Man, it's been a long time coming. The struggle is always harder, but them niggas looking in from the outside don't see it the way you see it. Love. It's been a long time coming, but we did it. Struggle hard, now we living so pretty. Mama proud, I know she's smiling down from heaven, cause the youngins did it without being fellas. It's been a long time coming, but we did it. Struggle hard, now we living so pretty. Mama proud, I know she's smiling down from heaven, cause the youngins did it without being fellas. What you know about nights when you just can't sleep, huh? Going 3 days with nothing to eat. Living wherever, no place to call home. Doing what you gotta, no love for the grown. Doesn't mean you gotta stand on your own 2 feet. Put the world on your shoulders and go through the heat. I remember nights praying to God that I die till an angel appeared and fell from the sky. Baby mama was pregnant, no need to ask why. That was motivation for me to survive. Now I look at the world with a new set of eyes. Ready for whatever applies. With one thing clear, I gotta get mine. I gotta make it better for my kids this time. No matter the cost, I'm destined to shine. Whatever the obstacle, I'm gon' grind. The highest of mountains I shall climb, cause nothing is given. So I gotta take it, made a promise to my family. I'm gon' make it, now it's screaming loud. Mama, I made it. Mama, I made it. Mama, I made it. It's been a long time coming, but we did it. Struggle hard, now we living so pretty. Mama proud, I know she's smiling down from heaven, cause the youngins did it without being fellas. It's been a long time coming, but we did it. Struggle hard, now we living so pretty. Mama proud, I know she's smiling down from heaven, cause the youngins did it without being fellas. I came from the fire, rose like a phoenix. Yeah. Eyes bloodshot like the picture of a demon. Needless to say, I earned my stripes. I got what I came for, I won that fight. Battle scars in my mind made me lose it. Life throwed every curveball, I refused it. Now I'm sitting at the top looking down at the weak. Everybody wanna win but don't wanna compete. The meat shall inherit the earth, not me. I came from the gutter, rats and the roaches. Evolved my brother first class from the coaches. Cody living good, wife on point. Told my big bro gon' like that joint. Don't even smoke but I'm feeling like a king. Everybody in my circle go hard for the team. What more can I ask when I just had nothing? Now I'm in the 2015 just stuntin'. Shit, God always knew that I'd be great. Look at me now, what more can I say? I guess that he knew it was worth the wait. It's been a long time coming, but we did it. Struggle hard, now we living so pretty. Mama proud, I know she's smiling down from heaven, cause the youngins did it without being fellas. It's been a long time coming, but we did it. Struggle hard, now we living so pretty. Mama proud, I know she's smiling down from heaven, cause the youngins did it without being fellas. Damn, man. This world's so crazy, man. All my homeboys either dead or locked up.
You think you know about me, but you don't know the half. But I lost so many soldiers that I had to change my past. So much drama in my life, so many funerals that I've had. Man, I lost so many soldiers that I had to change my path. But in the end, I'm to blame, I suppose. Cause this is the life I chose. No matter how I try to put it, truth be told, that this is the life I chose. See, this is the life I chose, so I live it. Looking at my past through my mind so vivid. Lead images of getting felonies, convictions. All my people telling me a penitentiary predictions. Had a child, got a job, had a trade, taught to God. It was easy doing crimes, but I love the feel of working hard. I left the past in the past. My present is my future. Karma is a bitch and I ain't trying to be a suitor. I'm a tutor to America's youth. It's so crucial that all my young people just chill like a cooler. Most of my homeboys locked up or in the grave. It could all been avoided if they just went straight. I sit and think day to day why the Lord saved me. He must have seen I have potential to be more than a thief, so to speak. I never let the haters get to me, cause the one thing that I know, you don't know shit about me. You think you know about me, but you don't know the half. But I lost so many soldiers that I had to change my past. So much drama in my life, so many funerals that I've had. Man, I lost so many soldiers that I had to change my path. But in the end, I'm to blame, I suppose. Cause this is the life I chose. No matter how I try to put it, truth be told, that this is the life I chose.
Even when you're tired and you feel like giving up, get back on your feet and keep going till you're done. Who knows what you can accomplish if you don't accept defeat? Victory is yours, but it don't come cheap. Look, she was a single parent dealing with a failed marriage, beaten and battered. She was living with a savage bastard. Fear of death made her stray away from legal matters. Her family cut her off and slowly her life shattered. Till one day she tried to overdose on pain pills. She figured only with her death would she ever live. Laying on the floor, she heard a voice whisper in the ear, it ain't your time, you got so much more to give. When you're tired and you feel like giving up, get back on your feet and keep going till you're done. Who knows what you can accomplish if you don't accept defeat? Victory is yours, but it don't come cheap. Even when you're tired and you feel like giving up, get back on your feet and keep going till you're done. Who knows what you can accomplish if you don't accept defeat? Victory is yours, but it don't come cheap. Yeah, he was an honor roll student, never heard a fly. Till one day he got caught kissing another guy. No one knew he was that way, it came by surprise. A couple dudes didn't like it, so they blacked his eye. No one seemed to care, every day they tease and stare. He figured death was better than being bullied. Head gun to his head, he heard a voice whisper in his ear, it ain't your time, you got so much more to give. When you're tired and you feel like giving up, get back on your feet and keep going till you're done. Who knows what you can accomplish if you don't accept defeat? Victory is yours, but it don't come cheap. Even when you're tired and you feel like giving up, get back on your feet and keep going till you're done. Who knows what you can accomplish if you don't accept defeat? Victory is yours, but it don't come cheap. He was a hard-working man, built a life out of nothing. Dedicated father, gave his life to his youngins. But his baby mom vowed to make him miserable, cause he ain't wanna be with her. She was too insecure. Every chance she got, she was having him arrested. Now he's sitting in a cell, praying to get a blessing. Ready to hang himself, he heard a whisper in his ear, it ain't your time, you got so much more to give. When you're tired and you feel like giving up, get back on your feet and keep going till you're done. Who knows what you can accomplish if you don't accept defeat? Victory is yours, but it don't come cheap. Even when you're tired and you feel like giving up, get back on your feet and keep going till you're done. Who knows what you can accomplish if you don't accept defeat? Victory is yours, but it don't come cheap.
All right.
The ladies I know is having a what do they call that? Hold on, let me.
Hello. How are you guys
Hello.
doing? How are you
What's
guys
up? What's
doing?
up? What's up?
It
Hey.
is great to be back for the politically incorrect show. Oh my God, I was so anxious to do the show. I was like, I love doing the show. Why? Because we get to talk about the current events and what the fuck is going on in the world.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so we're here. All right, y'all can go ahead and do y'all intros, and we can go ahead and get this thing on the road.
Well, y'all know who this loudmouth
Oh,
Just
What
like
happened?
that. Sniped as soon as she started the intro, just gone.
Gaming, Twitter, Snowball, because I've been so busy with work. Yes. All
Yep.
right. Next.
Let me tell you, Bunny, we heard Twitter, and that was it.
What? Are you serious?
yeah.
Nah, it's raining here, so my internet connection might be a little bit spotty.
It's funny because it's raining here as well, but I
What?
expect it here in Florida though.
Yay. So you guys know who this loudmouth person is. This is SnowBunny426 of Snow Bunny Gaming, and Twitter SnowBunny426, and that's about it of me. Let's see what's going on this week, because I've been working, so I haven't been keeping up with nothing.
Oh man, it's been greatness. Oh my God, it's been greatness. Hold on, let me go to my Twitter real quick because I saved a bookmark for some shit that was happening. Oh damn, Tron, go ahead and do your intro.
Hey, what's up? You guys forgot about me? Ooh.
Almost. It was almost about to start, and you weren't gonna get that intro in.
Yeah. This is Tron, aka everything. I'm just going myself right now. I'll go by Gravity Q, because it's my favorite game, Gravity Rush. Anyways, I go by Galactic Cutie on pretty much my somewhat semi gaming channel, but every single day I just like to just enjoy gaming. That's what I've been doing.
All right, so I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This show, y'all might have to keep me in check because my opinions are gonna go through the roof, especially for this first topic that I'm about to jump on. So
Go ahead.
this topic is something that I saw, and when I looked at it, I'm like saying to myself, this shit is never gonna end until everything gets automated. So one day, I forgot which day it was, I saw boycott Frito-Lay. And yeah. So here's my thing. I don't really care about Frito-Lay as a company. They could disappear and I really wouldn't give a damn. But you gotta hear what was being said in this boycott thing, right? So let me play the video. I'm gonna play the video. But I just want y'all to hear the audio because really it ain't much to see in the video. It's just people talking. So let me play this audio real quick.
This is a strike for our lives. We get no days off, 12-hour days, no time with our families, and we get no good pay. We haven't had a raise in years.
Oh, shit. Hold on. My bad. I forgot. I'm using the same window.
Off, 12-hour days, no time with our families, and we get no good pay. We haven't had a raise in years.
You have people in this building that's been here for over 25 years, and I've been here for 37, and they are still forcing those people and myself 12 hours a day, 7 days a week.
They were working for home. Half of HR couldn't be seen for most of the weeks, but we had to be there 12 hours a week, 7 days a week. It's unfair to these people that got kids, that got families that live out here.
It used to be a luxury to work here, but anymore, when you tell people that you work at this place, they just call you a slave.
We toured this in 5th grade even. They said, hey, you'll be happy to work here someday. Of course, that was before all the horrible working conditions and the lack of pay.
You leave at 7 p.m. and they want you back in here at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's not fair. We need time with our families. We need time with our children.
People that work 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts, sometimes they have to pull suicide, which is you're off at 11 a.m., but you have to come back at 7 p.m.
When we had the ice storm, we were in here, day in, day out. And all we got was some little lamps filled with kerosene to warm us up, and that didn't do anything in the warehouse.
One person already had heat exhaustion, like within a day, like of the higher temperatures hitting. And this was at night. Couldn't leave the line. No one came for breaks. No one helped them out. Management said you got to keep this line going and get it back up. They ended up wheeling them out that day.
We have gone 6 full years with nothing. Actually 7 because this is drug out a year. And then they offered us, for this new contract, they offered us a dime the first year, nothing the second year, and a dime the third year. So that would mean we would be going 9 years with 20 cents. You know, everything goes up, you know, milk, gas, everything. Our wages aren't going up. We can't survive like this.
They are greedy. The CEO is making millions, yet we are making nothing, getting cents in raises. This is not fair.
This is not something that we wanted to do. This is something that we had to do. Nobody wants to go on strike. Nobody wants to sit out here making a spectacle of ourselves. But we will if we have to. If we want fair wages, if we want to be respected when we walk in the building, if we want the training site of Topeka to be a little bit better, we'll do this as long as we have to.
Okay. So, my first questions to y'all. Did y'all see the video?
Up here watching it on the show right now.
I just watched some of it because I was trying to figure out. Oh shit! I didn't know I had to go in really in the thing.
So the gist of
I
it,
got the
yeah, the gist of it though, is that the Frito-Lay workers, they decided that they were gonna go on strike because after working at Frito-Lay for 20 years, they just realized that they weren't getting paid shit. Or it wasn't enough for them. They also realized that shit, we're not even getting to spend no time with our families. Now,
you know that within the first 5 years of a company.
See, and you know what? I should have known better. It ain't even gonna be me that gotta be checked with these comments. It's probably gonna be Bunny. It's probably gonna be Bunny.
Yeah.
But it's crazy though, because we have the exact same mind when it comes to this shit. Here's my thing. You can be mad at the big machine all you want. You could be mad at the big company all you want. Get mad. Get angry. Be angry. Go on strike. Put up picket signs. Let me tell you how McDonald's rectified that. Should I you know what? Do y'all know how McDonald's rectified that?
Start doing a lot of stuff automated.
Yeah, they put a vending machine in place of the person who would take your orders. You got a machine
lot of companies are doing that.
making your food now. So
let's before we even get to that, right?
Yeah.
Let's backtrack a little bit here before we even get into the whole automation.
Hold on. 1 second. Hey, Stealth, you want to join in on the conversation, brother? If you do, let me know. I will send you a link. But go ahead, Bunny.
Let's backtrack here, okay? You've been for this company for 20 years and just realizing this. Nothing gets better. I mean, if you like at my job, I've been on my job for 15 years, right?
Shit.
I just had my 15th year anniversary, right? I started my job making $8.50 an hour. Okay? And I'm a little over 20 an hour now. Okay? In the last 3-4 years, I hadn't gotten a raise. I was already putting out my resumes going somewhere else. You gonna tell me you gonna wait 20 years? You gonna wait 10 years? You gonna wait 5 years before you get fed up saying, I ain't getting a raise?
Listen.
It's strange. Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Tron.
I was gonna say, you know what? That's what happened with a lot of people with the union jobs. They don't realize that they're been getting screwed over for a while.
No, unions make sure you get raises.
Yeah.
That company's not under a union.
Oh, I thought they were under a union. Oh, damn.
Unions will, when you have a unionized job, they make sure you get fair wages.
And they make sure you don't get fired.
Yeah, they make sure you don't get fired. They make sure you get fair wages. They make sure that that you're getting something. Okay, if that was under a union and those people went and complained to their union would be stepping in with their lawyers.
Mm-hmm. So
that's good.
I'm gonna tell you how I feel on this situation, right? Again, you can cry all day. You can whine all day. But you have to, what's up, Super Milk? You have to realize that you signed a contract to help somebody else build their dream, not yours.
That's pretty true.
You're an accessory to the business, because the business was created without you. The business will be here without you. But when you signed that when you signed that application, which is a legally binding contract, and if it's not, you know, it usually says it on it, hey, this is not a contract of guaranteed employment or something like that, whatever. They'll put that on the application. But realistically, when you signed that job, they told you how much they were willing to pay you at that time that you took that job. You decided that that was enough for you. Now,
and not only that, Sick, usually when you get that contract, it tells you what your rate is and what your rate of increase will be. You understand what I mean, Sick?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Usually every job you go on, or some jobs, a lot of jobs, when you look at your that contract that you're signing, it tells you what your rate of pay will be, it tells you what your hours will be, and it tells you what your rate of increase yearly will be. If
there
some
is,
do, some don't.
if there is a rate of increase, and I can tell you, living in a right to work state, which doesn't mean what it sounds like, but it is what it is. You're not guaranteed anything. You're not even guaranteed to even be there the next day.
They can fire you at will.
I mean, and that's what I'm saying. You saw all of that when you signed that contract. When you saw that you were working 12-hour days and you were doing it 7 days a week, nobody was forcing you with a gun to your head to work that job.
What they should have done is created an escape plan. Okay, I'm going to do all these crazy fucked up hours for maybe 2 or 3 months. I'm going to save my money so I have some money to sit on, and then I'm going to dip. See, that's my train of thought. Like, if you really need that money to live, like to pay your bills and all of that shit, nobody's telling you, oh man, you don't have responsibilities, but you also have to be responsible for your own welfare. You got to realize that these jobs are just that. They're jobs. As a matter of fact, if you die doing this job, then they're going to replace you with somebody else. You're just a body there. Stop putting your all into these companies that don't really give a shit about you. That's what the message is here, right? So it's not like we're pro-corporation or pro-corporate or nothing like that. We're just saying, if you were unhappy, how the fuck do you stay there 37 years and you unhappy the entire time? Nigga, if I'm unhappy for a week, I'm thinking about my exit plan.
Oh, this man is sick on.
Yo, I'm not even lying, dog.
I mean, yeah, because that's the thing. You got to remember, you the one who put these people, this company, to where it's at. Okay, if they start having like a massive turnover and they can't keep people working there, then they're gonna do something to change it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Also, was there also benefits that people are getting for free OAs?
First of all, let me tell you something. As bad as they're making it sound, I don't think it's truly as bad as they're saying it is. Now, if they're making these people work, you know, oh my God. If they're making them work, you know, crazy fucking days and shit like that, then I understand them being upset. They said 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Right. So as soon as you find out that they want you to work 7 days a week, that already is a whoa. But let me tell you what really happened, though. I'm going to tell you what really happened. They was like, oh, shit, we working 7 days a week. You know how some people be so happy to get a job? Like, they just be like, yo, man, I'm telling you, man, when I get here, I'm going to do this overtime, man. This shit finna be crazy. That was the conversation that the niggas was happening until they realized, oh, my nigga, I'm not making the money I thought I was going to be making. So instead of finding a way to move and get out of the place, they figured that they're gonna make the place change the way they're doing things. That's not gonna fucking happen. They will shut that bitch down before they acclimate to the workers.
There's one thing none of us knows, okay? One thing we don't know is we don't know if those people are hourly or if they're salaried.
Nah, they hourly.
Okay, because like I said, if they're hourly, okay, yeah, you're getting, and then the next thing we got to know is they're out in bloody Kansas. Okay, all right, and
Oh
I can
Lord.
s- and I can say this from where I live at. Okay, I drive 3 hours across the bay. My job position that I have, I'd be making $25 to $30 an hour just by going 3 hours away. Okay. I had a friend who lived out in Kansas. Me and her, we were talking about like our expenses at the time. Where I live at here, when I was living in Salisbury, I was paying $850 for a 1 bedroom apartment.
Mm.
Okay. She was looking at me like she had like a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment that was $325 a month
Mm.
in Kansas. Those are factors you got to look at. You got to look at your cost of living where you're at too. Okay?
Yes. No one's not
And
seeing that.
okay, so we don't know what the cost of living is there. We don't even know what the state hourly, what is the minimum wage of that area of Kansas? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Because most jobs, even my job, they give you a, so when you have, like, you have your minimum wage, but every year they give you a bump up in pay of like 30 to 40 cents an hour for cost of living increase. It ain't much, y'all, trust me. It ain't much. It's usually 20 to 40 cents an hour. If you get 50 cents an hour for that pay increase, you doing good. Usually it's around 30, 35 cents an hour you get as a bump up for cost of living increase.
What you failed to mention though, Bunny, is that they have salary caps.
Exactly.
So
Okay.
even if
I
that
mean,
is the case,
there's so many things that we don't understand there. Like, we don't understand, like there's so many factors that we're not hearing.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Everybody's
whoa, whoa,
looking
whoa,
at
whoa, whoa, wait,
this.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's back up. Let's back up. Fuck what the factors are. If you're unhappy, move to something that you're happy doing.
Bingo.
Create
And
an
then,
exit plan. Create an
and
exit plan.
then,
If you
but
can't
then,
just walk off your job and be like, fuck that shit, then save up for a couple of months, endure for a couple of months, and then move the fuck on.
there's another factor also there, Sick. We don't know the reasons why they can't just up and walk off the job. Is it that, because I know for a company I used to work for, right? And this is a big Fortune 500 company I used to work for, it's retail. They used to go in there and give us prep talks about how well we're doing, how this we're doing. We don't want unions. Unions just take your money and don't do anything. They would sit there and tell us that we were privileged to get our 15-minute, 2 15-minute breaks and a half hour lunch. We because they didn't have to give us that second break and this, that, and the other. Well, here comes my mom from corporate America, decides to work at the company just to get stocks because she retired, right?
Mm-hmm.
She looking at them like, you can't do that. I'm taking my breaks and you're not going to charge me for it. And she would straight up tell the managers, by law, you can't do this. Because my mom was in a unionized company and she was one of the speakers on the union board of the laws of what a company can and cannot do. So these companies, if they have very low educational requirements for jobs, like this company I was working for, you didn't even have to have a high school diploma to work there. If you had a low educational standard, they would love hiring you, and then they would get in there and tell you that you're privileged for this, privileged for that, this, that, and the other. Like what that guy was saying, when they used to tour the facility, they used to tell the kids, yeah, you'd be proud to work here. This same company, I'm just looking at the company like, okay, this is a Fortune 500 company. The area I live in, when I quit the job, they were like, wow, you quit that job? That's a good paying job. And I'm looking at them like, what? Okay. So that's something we got to factor in also. You you chose to work here. Nobody held a gun to your head to work there for 20, 30, 10, 5 months. Nobody held the gun to your head to work there. Okay?
So
You
hold
could
on,
have
hold on.
walked off that job at any time, but there had to have been a reason why you couldn't.
So hold on. Stealth.
Yo.
I want to get your input on this. I want to see how you feel about this, because I know me and Bunny, we on the same page when it comes to this. And I know a lot of people ain't gonna like the response because we sound like we defending the corporation, but ultimately we not. We telling you to take control of your fucking life and basically do what you need to do so that you can be happy with where you are, because clearly these people aren't happy. But what's your take, though, Stealth?
Oh man, first off, if like a lot of y'all been saying, you should be able to know if you're gonna like the job, it's gonna fit your particular situation. Hell, I know if a job gonna fit me or not within the first month. Like, if you can't figure that out after then like you can't plan around a 12-hour day, 7 days a week. I'd have been like this. That's a job for a single person that ain't got no kids, no family. Look, you just go to work, come home, do whatever you want to do, and call it a day. If you got a family and kids and you want to do all that other stuff, it is time to make a change. And the other way I look at it is the same way I looked at my wife's recent job change. Because she found out from her job she was literally going to be capped at $30 an hour. And she kept talking about, oh, they ain't paying me enough. And I was like, look, you either got one or two choices. You can either stay there or you can go find something better. But I'm not going to be sitting here for another year hearing you complain about they ain't paying me enough. They ain't doing this. They ain't going to go up. So she got an opportunity to make $30,000 more a year working for the state, actually using what she went to college for, right? And I told her right then and there, because she was like, so you think I should take jobs? Like, I looked her dead in the face. I'm like, did you not just tell me what they told you today at your job, that you was going to be capped out at 30? Did you not tell me you wanted to make some more? So I'm going to tell you this straight up. You might want to go ahead and go on and do it and quit worrying about how I feel about it, because I can adjust.
Yeah.
Like, if I got to adjust my schedule to fit your schedule, you go make that extra $30,000 a year and quit worrying about how I'm feeling about shit. Because you've been complaining about this shit for at least a year and a half that they ain't paying you enough.
You know what I know about women, though? And it's funny because I tell my wife this shit all the time, bro. She is fucking awesome at sticking to some shit. Me? Once you piss me off, I'm already plotting my exit, dog. Because it's either I exit or I end up fucking you up and then I go to prison. Right? So, but I've seen her endure working at a place that she really don't fucking really want to be with, but she gets up every fucking day. Like clockwork. Alarm goes off, 5 o'clock in the morning. She up, she got the same routine. Bruh, that's one thing about me. I don't have routine, bruh. And I wonder if I'm like, I might be like absolutely fucking psychotic, dog. And I had to think about this shit for a long time because I don't have I can't stick to a routine. I can't do it. I can't do it. I get bored. I get bored. That's how I am with a lot of shit that I do. Like, I'll play a video game, right? And then I'll get tired of playing video games. Like, I want to do something else. Then I'll do something else. Then I'll get tired of that shit too. I mean, I don't know what the fuck it is. I can't. I've tried it. I've tried so hard. I just can't stick to a routine. Routine and me don't go together.
It's sort of like you're pretty much talking about like short attention span, like a lot of things, and that does happen.
Even.
Like,
it's not even that. I promise you, it's not that.
I understand what Sick is saying. It's like you're trying to. You know how with me, right now I'm not playing many video games, but I've been doing a lot of knitting. Then when I get bored with knitting, I'll go do another hobby. Then I'll go back to playing video games. I'll go to doing a whole bunch of different stuff. It's like, okay, my brain don't want to stick to one thing at one time, and so I just move on to something else. Like, I bet you, Sick, if you had a job where every day you did something different, it wouldn't be like you were in a routine, because you knew every day you go to work, it's going to be something totally different that you're doing.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why I've only ever loved maybe 1 or 2 jobs that I've had in my entire life. And it's because of that, because it's something different every single day. I cannot stick to a routine. And it's weird because I watch in amazement every day. My wife gets up, does the same exact thing. The ring go off at the same time every fucking morning because she's walking out the door. Like, and it's crazy to me, dog. I feel like motherfuckers who can stick to a routine like that, I think they're the serial killers. I'm serious. I feel like those are the people you need to sleep with one eye open, because they are content with doing the same shit every single day, over and over and over again. And I can't do it, man. I can't do it, dog. Like,
I'll tell you this. Just be like me being a cashier, and there's times where I have to I gotta do something else. I'm getting real restless. I tell my manager, like, dude, I gotta do something else. All right, we'll put you on the floor. We'll let you do stocking, because I have no problem stocking.
Yeah.
I just can't be on that cash register. And you know what? The funny thing when you brought that up about I was thinking like you said, Self, when you were just saying most of these people could have who could be that could be a job for people who are single instead of having kids, because that's one thing you should be thinking about is what your kids like. If you think that job is not going to pay you enough or give you the benefits that you want, you need to find something that gives you what you need.
So ask me this: how the fuck did these people stay at a job for X amount of years? And you gotta think about it too. Some of these people didn't have a family when they started the job. Yeah. Right? So they created their family while working at the while working at the job, and now they're mad at the job because they can't spend time with the family that they created.
Here's my thing, right?
That becomes a you situation after that when they do that.
Yo, what's up, my boy?
What's up, man?
And then you gotta think about it like this: these people who complain about 30+ years there, why don't they just retire and go work somewhere else?
That's who those. Yo, this man worked there for 37 years.
I mean, if you
37
been there for 30 years, 30+ years, right? Well, like my mom worked at Verizon for 31 or 32 years, right? My mom, and when all her friends started dying of heart attacks and strokes, my mom was like, it's time to get the hell out of Dodge. She retired, got her full benefits from retiring, and she was still she was like 52. And then she just went back to work somewhere else. You've been in this company for 37 years. Why don't you just retire, get your full benefits, and bounce to another job?
That's the thing. I don't think. And what area are they at?
Your mom got to be special because retirement age in Florida is damn near 70.
No.
Or is she military?
They go by the year you were born. My mom was born in the 50s. So retirement age for her, I think, is 65. but she had been on her job for 31 years. That's classified at her job as where she could retire from the job, but she could still go back and work until her quote unquote true retirement age. Her
Okay, so she
retirement
was
age,
able to retire from the job, but if she wanted to get like Social Security benefits or something
she
like
got
that, she
that
had to
at
wait until.
65.
Gotcha. Okay, I see what you're
And
saying.
see now, and now, so she went back and started back to working. She's been working on the job we're at now for 16 years. Okay, she's like, I'm getting the hell out of here at the age of 70, which will be next year. So she already pulling like her Social Security and all that stuff while working, because you can still do that.
But
And
it has
she's
to be like a part-time job, though, right?
No, she looked into all of it. It all depends on the state you're in.
Oh, okay. Because if she was in Florida, nigga, you gotta be part-time, barely
That's
taking
the
care of
reason
yourself.
That's the reason my mom moved out of Maryland and moved to Delaware, because when she retires this time around, the fact that she lives in Delaware, they won't be taking all her retirement money in taxes, because Delaware's a tax-free state.
Okay. So, Ness, you just joined the panel. Not sure if you heard the topic that we were speaking on, but Frito-Lay workers, they're boycotting. They think that Frito-Lay is treating them unfairly, working them 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts, and they only have 8 hours in between. How do you feel about this?
If they don't like what they're doing, if they're going on strike, I think they should just find another job if they're not getting their demands met as far as being overworked and everything. But that's something they signed up for. I'm like, either you find a job, a different job, they won't crunch you with these hours, or you stick with it. I mean, that's a problem that they got to resolve. So
some of
I
these
just
people
feel like
have been there for 37 years, or just
Yeah.
let's say 20 plus years.
Oh, I feel
Yeah,
like that is. Oh, go ahead. Sorry about that, Ness.
I was gonna say was if it was like 20, 30 years, I think they should at least plan. Depending on the age, they should be planning for retirement. Like one of y'all was saying earlier about that. I think they should just retire. But if they got a family and stuff and all of that, I mean, it's one of those like, do you want to keep providing for your family, or you gonna do something to make a change as far as being there and being unhappy? I mean, it's really no win in my opinion.
I mean, if you've been there for 30 years, you can, if your job is like 30-year retirement age, I guarantee you they want you out at 30 years. They'll probably even buy you out. You can retire, get all of your benefits from retiring from that company. Let's say you've been there 30 years. You started when you were 20. That means you're 50 now, right?
Yeah.
You can retire, get all your benefits from that company for retiring, and then go and work another job with the experience you got from that company.
Right. Yeah. Mhm.
And that's what people forget. Like, experience is more important. That you can use it for someone else. If someone could pay you more because you have that experience. If you were there for only what, 5 years,
Right.
and that will actually help you get like, hey, you work for this, okay, we'll take you to this one. Hey, we got you benefits. We get you more pay, better housing.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can find a nicer house closer by your job or whatever. I think
Right.
that's what people are. Well, when you think about it, look at that generation. That generation probably just only think about, you know what, we could live off this type of wages, but we don't think about the long term. No one doesn't think about the long term.
So tell me this: do we all just feel like these people are taking the wrong approach? Because I get it. Nowadays, everybody wants to spread the word and boycott, right? Yeah, I mean, do what you do, feel how you feel, but at the end of the day, you ain't gonna make these people change their policies, bruh. It's not gonna happen.
That's the problem. Oh, go ahead.
What I was gonna say was I was gonna bounce off what you were saying, with the experience, I was out of retail for about like a few years and stuff and all of that, but they seen that I've been in management for, different companies and stuff and all of that. And as soon as I applied, they immediately called me and sought me out. They was like, hey, you can come on this day and this, that, and the third and start. Like I didn't really have any like interviews or anything like that. It was like, hey, look here, we're gonna do process your background, got that process within the same day and got put on. And then now they up there want me. I got like, and at this new job, man, I got 3 raises within less than a month. And then now that And then on top of that, now they up there on me. They want me to have my own store. They pushing for it. Especially the person on Monday was like, "Hey, look here, be on here so you can do this." And in a couple months or whatnot, we're gonna push for you. If you keep being consistent at being good at what you're doing, we're gonna get you your own store. They say, you're young, you're physically fit, you can do all of this, and you got the experience, you got a vision and everything like that. So I do agree as far as experience does carry a long way.
No, I agree with that too. Go ahead, Tron. You was gonna say something.
I was just saying, like you know what, and the reason why I kind of feel like this boycott is just more hurting them, stressing them out, make them feel more their mental health is now that they're going to be really stressed out because now they're going to boycott and they're not going to get any money either. So they're going to be like you said, you should have an escape plan. Because to be honest with you, we're kind of taught that even in high school, about backup plans. We'll always have to make a backup plan for almost everything, financially, medically, and just anything. And it's like, but job wise, yeah, sadly, I feel like we're all taught to that's what they always ask us. What are you going to do in 5 years? Where are you going to be in 5 years?
The simple truth, Tron, is that, and again, this is not going to be something that people accept as something that's feasible because everybody wants to be a bleeding heart. When you sign that application, you have just signed up to be an asset for that company to help somebody live out their dream. It is not for you to live out your dream. You might be able to create a dream while working there, but honestly, you're there to help that person see their vision. And I think people get it mixed up and misconstrued because they feel like they're doing all the work, that this is for them. This is to benefit them. It's never to benefit you.
No, it's not. And I learned that over the years of working with companies and realizing how much they will make it feel like, oh, you're part of the family, and then you find out later on, like, nah, we just gotta let you go because you're not doing what we want you to do. They're quickly to kick your ass out.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you don't pretty much that contract you promised to sign, you promised to be multitasker, you promised to be all this shit.
Right.
And I saw that with Amazon. Let's call for that. Amazon, it's the worst place to work. I got so fed up with it. I put my 2 weeks in and quit. Just quit.
Listen,
and
Amazon is so terrible that they have YouTube channels dedicated to how terrible it is to work for Amazon.
Now, I do have one question though.
Yeah, what's up?
This can't be the only Frito-Lay company in the entire USA, right?
No.
It's probably the headquarters.
Yeah.
It's probably the main branch.
Yeah, but the main branch usually is just the warehouse. It's not even the warehouses. It's mainly like the corporate offices.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you see what I mean? So, where's the outrage of all the other locations?
Because we have one where I live. We have a Frito-Lay's where I live.
But they're not boycotting out in the streets, are they?
As far as I know, I haven't heard anything.
Let me ask the chat something real quick. So, chat, as y'all listen to what we have to say on this topic, how do y'all feel? What do y'all feel? should happen when it comes to these people? Do you think the company should bend to the whim of the people? Or do you think the company is just going to keep moving the way that it's moving? I mean, I guess that's a fair question, right? I mean, me personally, like I said, I feel like the company's just going to keep on moving with or without y'all. And what y'all going to do is they're going to start bringing in these immigrants that have visas, right? That are, you know, just good enough to work in the U.S. or whatever. And they're going to replace y'all for a lot less. So you're probably doing them a favor.
Yeah, because like I said, them people who've been there for 20, 30 years, you've been there 30 years, they want you gone. So they can get somebody in there for less pay.
That's what a lot of these corporate jobs do, especially the fast food chain and everything. They don't really want you there longer than you usually are. They want you just, you know, like you said, like they want young. They want someone who's physically fit. They want people who are able, not disabled. Let's call it for what it is. They want things that they want to make sure that you are. Dang, now I realize.
You know, it's funny that you say that, because when you really think about it, you know, those restaurant jobs were never really created for adults. I mean,
they're created for like, and then like I said, you got to think about it like this also. The longer you've been there, you are grandfathered under different rules from what they're hiring from now. Okay, so if you
hello.
Yeah, she got sniped.
Just got quiet.
She got sniped.
It's a sniped. No.
Oh no.
Happy she was leaving. They can't. They don't do. Huh?
We didn't hear a word you just said.
Oh, did I move you out again?
Yes.
Oh, I was saying the people who've been there the longer, you are grandfathered under your hiring contract for them. So they get happy when you leave, because the new person that they can put in that position, they don't have to give them the same benefits that they gave you. Example, when Walmart Walmart was up here bragging about $10 an hour for all employees.
Fucked off people.
Huh?
And they fucked off some people in the process of doing that shit.
Yeah, and then what they did was all the new people who got hired thinking they were going to make $10 an hour, they were only working part-time.
Yep.
They hired everybody as part-time. But my friends who were working there, who was already working there, they were grandfathered for full-time. So they systematically went through and for the smallest and pettiest of things, started terminating those older employees left and right. So they would not have to pay them $10 an hour for 40 hours a week.
And you know what's fucked up about that? Like a while back, I signed up to join Walmart, and I noticed that they were ignoring my application, like completely. But they were hiring people who barely could speak English. They were hiring people who have no knowledge of anything that's outside what they think they know, and then all this stuff. And you look at it, you're kind of like, there was a book called Walmart for Sale. If not Walmart for Sale, but it's called something about sales. There's a book about it too. And you find how these corporate, like you said, the age thing is real. They ages, it's unbelievable. Because they don't really want knowledgeable young people. They want stupid ones. That's pretty much what they tell you all the time. Because I noticed that when
bodies.
Any job where you don't have to have a high school
and you're
diploma
extremely
or
expendable.
If any job where you don't have to have a high school diploma or a GED equivalent, oh, you already know you getting screwed over there. Let's call it for what it is. If you do not need to have a high school diploma or a GED equivalent, they are going to screw you over.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's why I would say I worked hard to get my high school diploma, but you gonna tell me I still can't get paid? I get paid as someone who didn't even get a high school diploma. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up.
listen, that's what I said about college degrees, man, and it's so sad, bro, because people go out and they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on degrees. Of course, they get loans that they don't know if they're gonna be able to pay back, and then they end up making less than people who didn't waste their time going to school. Now, I'm not saying that going to college is a waste of time, because if you plan out correctly, you will land somewhere and it'll be a very good situation for you. But most people don't. That's why you have people that go out and take liberal arts as a fucking course. Like, the fuck are you gonna do with liberal arts? Like, please tell me, where is the destination for you to land with goddamn liberal arts? I just don't understand it. I don't even know. I don't even know the mind frame that you got to be in to be like, this is what I'm gonna do.
Listen, this is something where I don't know anyone know this, but if you look at like the people who are getting, like, when you do get your diploma, you don't have your high school, not diploma, but when you have your when you get your whatever degree you got in college, you gotta make sure you have skills, because that's what's really messing up people. People don't realize you need a job around the same time you going to school, because that's how you actually get it. Because you can have a degree in something, they're gonna ask you how many years. Like, you have 5 years, 7 years. I just got my degree. We're looking for someone who have like 8 years experience.
I mean, it all depends. It literally all depends on the area and the things like that. But a lot of people are going into a lot of fields that's oversaturated. If it's oversaturated, there's no point in you even getting a degree in it, because most likely you won't get a job in it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll say this.
And if you go
I'll
into
say,
something that's not that's not known, most likely you're going to have to move to find a job that pays very well for that.
and what I was gonna say was, like, when I first got into retail, because I wanted to be in management, because I was there for years, and just like you're saying, like, when somebody that has a degree, and then they go for the same position that you're going for, they're less likely to get it because they don't have the experience. And and for me to get into management, I've been getting all kind of runarounds and everything like that until we got a different store manager, and when he seen what I could do and everything like that, when I switched from overnight, and I became a photo tech, which is basically like you right there, like the assistant manager's right hand person. And so you basically, it's just the experience in the hallway and being consistent. It had nothing to do about as far as having a degree. From what they told me, some people did have a degree, but there was some that didn't.
I'm gonna tell you something, and I learned this shit a long time ago. It's not about what you know. It's truly about who you know. Networking is always more beneficial than what level of degree you have in anything, because you'll see a person that's degreed out but can't find a job. So what the fuck is good, the use of having that degree when you can't find a job in the field? Or what happens when you have a degree, you get a job, and you make less than the person that don't have the degree? How do you feel?
Like shit, man.
I mean, it's a crazy world out here, but that's the reason why I always push entrepreneurship. Always push entrepreneurship, because the more you're dependent on somebody to actually generate money for you, the longer you're gonna have a fucking hard life. It's always gonna be hard for you, because whatever happens in the world that affects that company, it's going to affect you. When it gets to the point where, okay, you don't know what's going on the back end of these companies. You don't know what's going on the financial side. You don't know what kind of backdoor deals these companies are doing. You're just coming there to do your job and then fucking leave. But what happens when your life depends on those people making the right decisions, and then something goes wrong, and then you're asked out. You've been a loyal worker forever, or for how many ever years. You always gotta have, all I'm gonna say is keep a plan B. Keep a plan B. I mean, you'll go by a plan B when it comes to them babies.
Man.
So keep a plan B for your goddamn life, because I just feel like nobody should be dependent on one source of income. That's really the point that I'm trying to get out. Have multiple sources of income. It don't matter what it is. Your ass might drive Uber for fucking, part-time or whatever. Or not even Uber. You might be doing drop shipping or some shit like that. You might have some sort of a YouTube channel and you making passive income from that. Whatever it is, just make sure you have more than one income.
It's strange. Also, make sure your credit's good. Like, damn. Because I didn't know that jobs actually look at your credit. I didn't even know
hell
they do
yeah,
that.
they look at your credit score.
I never knew that.
They classify
Same as to me.
that as, if you have good credit, they classify that as you being responsible.
Yep. Let me
That's
tell
if you
you,
get
I
to
work
go to-
for
you work for a bank.
I worked for American Express, and that was the first thing they checked. First
and
thing.
I saw the reason why I found out about it because I want to work as a teller for a bank, and then I found out when they do credit checks, I didn't have no credit, so I was like, well, if then someone doesn't have any credit, how do you?
I mean, it's easy to establish credit.
They warned me about that.
And typically, jobs where you are dealing with a large sums of money, they're gonna do a huge credit check on you to make sure you ain't like 2 steps away from bankruptcy and plan on robbing them for a bunch of money to pay off your creditors. They do that, man.
I do. I believe that. That's why I said when I heard about that, I said you better make sure your credit at least is decent for you to even get a job.
When you give up that social security number, for that job application, they check everything about you. They might even know when you lost your first tooth and took your first step before you even walked into that job.
I wouldn't be surprised at this moment if you really think about it. Some like I told you, I told you this, Snowbunny, where I told you I was working at Babies R Us, and we had one person was stealing out the drawer, and they were accusing me because it was my drawer, but we had like 2 people were using it, right? And they said no, it wasn't me, and I told them it wasn't me either. Time to find out, they made me write these paperwork saying I'm responsible with money. I said, how am I responsible? Well, if you don't write it, we have to fire you.
All right, fire me then. Fire me, bruh. Fire me, bruh.
Yeah, I should.
Like,
I should.
don't
I
play
was
with
so
me.
naive back in the days. I was so naive. So, but this day I'll be like, fire me. But now,
The
like,
reason why I say that is because they're making you take blame for something that you didn't do when they should have cameras watching over those registers. So clearly they should know who's doing what and who's not doing what.
Oh, they know.
If your drawers are like with computers, like the registers and stuff, you have to input your code to unlock the register.
Yeah, and that's
Yep.
that's what.
Because-
Nah, but they had her sharing a drawer, which is even more
Every
terrible.
time, even when you share
Yeah.
a drawer, every time they would know who was inputting it, and they would know between when and when money was taken.
Right.
And then they found out. So I found out that I had a hard time after when I quit that job. I had a hard time getting a job as a retailer because I signed that paperwork. I didn't know that was going to be in your record, and so
Yeah, they hold on that for years too.
Yeah, they'll hold on to that for years.
So, well, they sponged it. So I found out when they did investigation, because I guess I wasn't the only one. They did investigation. They found out the girl who was actually taking the money.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and then
they cleaned my record up.
And let me tell you this, like at my job where I'm at now, like when you get somebody registered, you can go into the office computer and you can actually change the whoever employee number up in there onto that register. So that's one thing I definitely kept mindful about, because you can get blamed for something right on the instant if you got shady managers. I seen people changing. I'm like this new, person that came back and changed my register thing. I looked at it, I was about to slap the shit out of her. Yeah, I'm uncensoring myself right now, so it's only for this month. But yeah, cause I went to go pull my drawer because it was cause I was backing up my cashiers, and I went to go and Z read my thing out. And it said somebody else's name on there, so I'm like, I pulled my drawer, counted my thing and everything like that, and now it's saying it has somebody else's thing up in there, somebody else's name and number up in there. I'm like, I said, don't do that shit no more. I'm like, you worked here before and you coming back, don't do that. I'm like, cause then I won't know what's going on, what's been taken out with this, that, and the third. I'm not about to go down for some cash handling bullshit.
Yeah.
And see, that brings up a funny story with me and GameStop and how I got blacklisted from there.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
shit.
Oh, no, we got to hear this one. I'm
Yeah,
up
yeah.
now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So this is what happened. So this was like in 2006, 2007. So I was pretty much a third key manager there, right? I was young in college. It was cool. You know, this was when GameStop was still relatively cool to be around.
Yeah.
And so only managers had certain privileges, you know, when it came to doing certain stuff on inventory, doing certain returns, cash returns especially. And so if I was busy, I told, you know, the guy that was working with me, I told him like, hey, you know, input my number, go on and run the transaction because I'm over here doing the inventory. And they could see who was doing the transaction. And I told him when it happened. So then all of a sudden one day, like, manager called me like, hey, can you come in early? I'm like, yeah, cool. Came in early. And he didn't really say nothing to me. I'm like, what's the hell going on? They were like, I gotta let you go. But before I let you go, pretty much loss prevention is gonna call you. They gotta have a discussion. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So they called and we had a discussion. We were like, hey, you know, for like 2 months we had seen where your ID was popping up on these refunds because, you know, GameStop had this, it wasn't even a glitch in the system, it's just how the system was set up.
Yeah.
To where when they sold something, you could return it for full price. And I mean like legit $60 full price. Unless you went in there and adjusted it. So what was happening was that guy was going on there and his friends would come in, buy a game, come in a couple days later and return it and just get, you know, whatever they paid plus that extra 40 something dollars. And they did it so dang much. It came up to right under like $600 altogether. So really nothing much.
Yeah,
and I
but
told
still,
him like,
that's a lot of
That's so
fucking
bad.
returns.
yeah, that
That's
was
bad.
pretty much it was bad, but what it was, because I went to jail over it, he didn't go to jail over it. And I told the detective, I was like, look, I ain't have nothing to do with that. I just told him he could use my number to do what needed to be done, but I didn't know he was doing that. So, and long story short, like the judge looked at me, he said, look, based on who you are and what your record was, you stay out of trouble for 2 years, this shit ain't even gonna exist on your record. I'm like, cool, whatever. I don't do nothing anyway except go to work, come home, and go to sleep. So shit. That was,
you had a good judge, dog. I'm gonna tell you that because he didn't have to do
yeah,
that.
but yeah, he didn't have to do that, but it was just like he seen that I was in college, that I was like top 10% of my whole graduating class. He seen that I wasn't like no kid that was just doing shit.
Yeah.
So he was like, this was just one of those learning lessons for you. Like, you can't trust everybody. And so ever since then, I've been real leery about trusting folks with anything in mind. Be like, no, I'm going to be right here beside you when you do this shit. Nope. You ain't doing me. Because, like, right now, I'm a shift leader at Subway. So when everything come down to money,
Yeah.
like, nope, give it here. Let me double check it. Triple check, and they be like, why you so OCD about it? I'm like, because I almost had my whole life fucked over $600 for this shit. Because I was damn near on a felony, but they dropped it down to a misdemeanor. Plus, I paid out of pocket to pay GameStop back all that money. So they were like, since you paid us back and we just gonna drop all the charges, but the state still want to go through
Yeah.
with they charges on it.
Well, that's stupid because if that was the case, then why didn't they give you that option before they got you fucking arrested? Like, that's stupid.
I know.
That don't even make no fucking sense. Like, you gonna fuck me over and then be like, hey, man, I really don't want to fuck you over, man. You're a nice guy.
Yeah.
You paid us back. Like, fuck out of here.
So
go ahead. Sorry about that.
no, you're good, but that's why. But that was just like when I see kids at the company I work for now doing stuff with. I was like, look, don't fuck up with the money, because I'm telling you right now, y'all might be thinking, oh, it's just $1 here, $1. Look, that shit adds up. That shit gonna add up quick, and then you gonna be taken to the back and have that good little talking, motherfucker. We gonna walking out in handcuffs.
Ain't no way I'm being responsible for somebody else's shit, dog. I can't do it.
I know, and that's what I said. I was like, why am I responsible? Because, like, it was on your ship. It was under your number. It's like, but you clearly see on the camera who did it. You clearly see that.
Oh, shit.
Timestamp and everything. The timestamps are on those registers and everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they did not. It feels like GameStop did not want to bother with that, so they just said,
I know why they did that. I know why they did it. They did it because it could have been because the thing is they didn't know whether or not you were in on it.
Yeah, that's what they told me. They were like, we can't say that you weren't in on it. I was like, motherfucker, if I was in on it, I would made sure the shit wasn't tracked. Been that goddamn obvious.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I used to work at the National Zoo, and in the National
I gotta see the
Zoo-
correlation between this one.
Okay, no, in the National Zoo when I worked there, everything done at all the concession stands, because I was working in the concession stands, is all cash. There was no credit cards, this, that, and well, there were credit cards, but it was mostly cash.
Yeah.
So and everything was in round numbers. So it was $2, $3, $5, $6, never change. So the cashiers, there was a group of them that were scamming the concession stands. I never knew it until like damn near by the time I quit, but they were a group and they were working in teams with each other. So if it was like an even number and people were paying cash and stuff, they weren't even ringing it up because you didn't have receipts and things. You couldn't give receipts and things. So there was like a whole group of them, of like 10 to 15 cashiers that were all in on this and worked with each other.
Fucking
So
thieves. Look at them.
Huh?
There's some thieves.
I mean, they were walking out with like big wads of cash every day on their shift, and depending on where they were working at, some areas the big management wasn't there, so they weren't monitoring them. So that's how things were going on. So that's the reason they thought you might have been in on it, because it could have been a 2-person team doing it.
Yeah. And no, I told him, like, I understood the logic behind it, but it's like, bro, I'm over here doing inventory, I'm helping customers, like, and I see him doing a transaction, it's like, okay, cool. We're just trying to get the dang job done and get out of here for the night.
Oh, you know what? Talking about like being extra careful at work. Just recently, like one of my other jobs, I work for, like I said, I work for a liquor store. So one of our neighbor liquor stores, one of the corporation themselves, one of the people forgot to card a minor. And it was a sting. We found out they had a cop there, so they had like a kid probably working, just going with them. And the dude, who I found was a guy, he forgot to card the kid, so he sold him, I don't know what he sold, I don't remember. Even candy, we can't do that, because legally, you're in the liquor store, open liquor, everything. It's just 21 with adult. So after that, they told us that person got fired on the spot. And then they were charged for selling to a minor. They don't play that.
And then that liquor store probably lost their liquor license for a while. Same thing happened here.
No, they didn't lose their liquor license. They fired the person. As long as you fire
No,
them,
no, no, no.
free them.
Here, the liquor store, we had this drive-through liquor store, and they got
Oh.
caught selling liquor to minors without carding them. The person got fired, but that liquor store lost their liquor license for like 6 months to a year. They could not
Yeah.
sell alcohol at all.
Well, I'm not really sure what they ever lost their license. Cause I asked the manager, was there any other thing? They said no. The person got fired. They never said that they lost their license. They just said as long as you fired that person, then it's pretty much the corporate say themselves. While your ass is
Yeah.
probably going to be in charge.
Yeah, it's the same way for my company. Like they have a little sting because they had one recently, but that person just literally got fired. They didn't lose the license or anything. But other than that, I know if they just now if it's like a small little independent thing, yeah, they'll probably knock them off real quick. Like, no,
Yeah, they
you gotta
will.
go and shut that down real quick.
Yeah, the corporate has like their own rules and stuff. Like they're part of the government. They go by what the California law is out here. So and pretty much you're supposed to card everyone out here. So and a lot of people don't. And the sad part about it, I've been hearing certain stores not carding people. Even people with expired license are getting passed by. That's the crazy part.
Wait, who?
Your car, your license expired, they're getting liquor.
Yo, the thing is, they don't even check those IDs. You know how easy it is to get a fake ID?
Oh, we
Yeah,
scan.
but the thing is, they got you can
Even.
scan them. You can scan the back
No,
of
no,
it,
no,
and
no,
they'll
no. They can scan them, but they don't scan them. I see motherfuckers look at the ID at the light and get that shit right back to the people.
Right.
They look all they look for is the birthday.
No, we scanned the IDs. I got one dude got
Yeah.
upset because I scanned his ID. He said, I'm not 21. I'm a grown man. You basically trying to get me. I'm
But
like,
isn't
dude, are you
21
trying
a
to
grown
work for the
man?
government?
I would have
He's a
told him.
grown
I would have told him you must
Hell,
have wanted
I
that
get
bad.
carded and they scan my ID and I'm 40 too.
He talking
Okay.
about
I tell him
he a
straight up.
grown man. He's 29 years old, and he was like, he got upset with me because he said, "Oh, if my information going out, are you giving my information to the government?" I'm sitting here looking at him like he crazy.
Nigga,
like,
you
you're
gave
not
your
giving
I would've
information to
told
the
you- I
government
would've
when you
told him
got
you
the
want the ID, but you
license, you
don't.
dumb motherfucker. Yo,
Yeah.
wait, hold on.
We have those people. We have those people.
Hold on. I would have let me tell you, I'm one of them niggas that if I was working at your store and that nigga would ask me that dumbass question, I would say, bruh, you do realize you have a government issued license, bruh. Your license, the government has all your information, bro. There's no other information that they can get from. It's no other information that they need that they can't get from you. I mean, at this point,
I mean, that's like people coming to my job with their dentures stained with tobacco from smoking. And then they're like, well, is that dangerous for me to have it in my mouth? I'm like, well, you smoke. It's what you smoke in. And I tell them that, and they just look at me like, oh, okay.
Well,
I
I did
swear
actually
for
the first time working at my job, I did tell this person, like, dude, you know you got your card from the DMV. That is a government issue. That
it's
is
a government
issue.
agency, man. Like, the
Yeah,
That's why.
I mean,
This I kill him. I kill him straight up like this. I'm like, do you want the item or you don't? I'm like, how bad do you want it? I'm like, if you don't want the item, you can go somewhere else. I tell him straight up just like that. I call all that bullshit. I'm like, you want it or you don't.
that's what you have to do. But in here, we have to like. Sometimes I get the most dumbest people. I can tell you right now, one dude called me an asshole last week. Not asshole, but no, go fuck off. He told me to go fuck off because I told him I need your phone because we need a phone number. Like our system, you get discounts. Like you.
Wait. See, no. See, I feel him on that one. I feel him on that one. The phone number, I ain't giving you my phone number because I get way too much spam calls as it is. I got motherfuckers calling me, telling me about insurance for a car, and I still need coverage and all kind of crazy. No, not insurance, a warranty coverage for my vehicle.
That's right there. That's your Social Security being sent out. Period.
No, I mean, I never entertain those fucking idiots, but still. They gotta get phone numbers from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
your
can you tell them where? Do you know what happens when you put their phone number in the system? It might be for them to get discounts, you know, and for them, you know, just in case they want a reprint of their receipt or something like that, right? That might be the reason why y'all might take their phone number. But then again, there are ulterior motives. The owners of that store isn't collecting that information for nothing. They're not collecting that information to make it easier for people to get receipts.
I know, but here's the thing. It's fine because I don't really have to use his phone number. I really did not, because I was going to give him, like, we have a way to actually, you know, help people in other ways, just get them with their discount. He just had an attitude. I had to get the manager to deal with it, and I was like, you know what, I'll let the manager deal with it. The manager told him exactly what I said, and he just told me he told me and the manager to go fuck ourselves. I was like, well, damn.
Oh, goddamn.
Well, I mean, it should be optional, though. It should be optional regardless.
It is optional. There is options. There are options.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If it's to get a discount, do you want the discount or do you not want the discount? If you don't want the discount, then don't give me your number. If you want to save money and you want the discount, then I'm going to need your number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My company's the same way. It's like, you come up in there without that number or card if you don't want to, you gonna be paying some extra for no damn reason.
Yeah, I mean, damn. Like, I just, to be honest with you, man, I really don't. I don't understand that, and I can understand in this day and age why people don't want to give out their information like that, especially a phone number. Like me, if I'm gonna give you a phone number, I'm gonna give you a fucking Google Voice phone number, nigga.
That's perfectly fine. I mean, I was telling him you could give like a family their number because they're already in the system. If you know someone who has this, you know, we actually give you options. The problem is, it's the way how he acted. You know, I had people tell me, "Oh, I don't want to give my phone number." And I was like, "Okay, so you know it's going to be, you know," I told him it's going to be regular price, and they're cool with it.
And
but my point is, go
ahead, Tronny.
Oh, he's just the fact that people come here with so many different attitudes over stupid stuff at the same time. Just because we didn't have that one item, they have a hissy fit. Because we can't use the bathroom that's been closed off for a while to the public, they have an attitude. They have an attitude almost every time they come to our store. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm working the daycare of a bunch of grown men.
Yo, it's crazy that you say that too, because now they have like, y'all heard of like the Delta strain of COVID. Now they got some shit called the Lambda strain. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening right now, dog?
Man, welcome to the goddamn universal fallout at this damn point.
Shit just keep evolving, bruh. It just keeps evolving.
I mean, Tronny, that's people everywhere. Like, you remember I told you about when the person drove through our building, crashed into our building, and we're up here having to shut down by the city because we have structural damage for their person driving their SUV driving into our building, coming in talking about, well, I need an adjustment on my denture. And we're sitting
Wait,
here like, we
after
gotta
she
shut down.
crashed into the building?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait. You got to back that one up. So the person who crashed into the building got out and was like, yo, I'm okay. It's all good. I need to have these dentures adjusted. Can you please take care of this? Like, really?
The fire department and the city builders, they just shut down the gas. They didn't pull the little old ladies next door who's getting perms and coloring in their hair, and they didn't deposit them on the parking lot with the damn beauticians up here pouring water in their hair so their hair don't fall out, trying to rinse this stuff off. They're out here talking about our building is condemned, and this lady's standing there arguing with us like, I need my adjustment. And everybody just looked at this lady. She's like, well, what am I going to do? I need an adjustment. And the fire department's in there kicking everyone out saying this building's condemned.
Wait. Damn. So was she the one who ran into the building, or was she just a person who ignored every fucking thing and was like, yo, I'm going to get these dentures?
Okay, so here's what happened. The person and their companion who was driving the vehicle We're pulling into a parking spot, and instead of hitting the brake, hit the gas, jump the curb, and crash into our building. Whole wall caved in where we could look out through the wall, knocked the glass, the windows, the doors all out of joint pain. We see beams cracked and everything in the walls.
Yeah.
They get out, they pull the vehicle back, park it, get out, and so that we had to call the police and everything. The fire department, everybody rushing out. They're coming into the building. They're evacuating the building, and they're like, "Well, I need an adjustment to my denture. What are you talking about? I got to leave out." And and yes, it was them.
Damn.
Yo, that remind me of an episode of South Park, dog. I swear, dog. This shit is crazy,
But
bro.
but
I
see,
could write a book about the shit that happens on my job. Yo, instant bestseller. 'Cause
look,
you would not believe the shit that happens on my job on a regular.
I think if somebody really from the ground level wrote a book about how stupid people are in retail, bro, I laugh every day I go to fucking work. Cause like you know how Sick said I can't do a routine. That's why I love my job, cause never a routine, it's always something different. But I will literally just see people do the most retarded fucking shit ever. I was like, bro, what made you think that was gonna work? What in your right goddamn mind said, yeah, let's do this today. This is smart. Like,
I
nigga.
mean, my best friend, before she passed away, my best friend used to work in a place where they were doing furniture deliveries and stuff like that, and she was a dispatcher.
Mm-hmm.
She said no matter how bad her day was, she knew she could call me and let me tell her something that'll cheer her day right on up because it'll just make her laugh so hard. Did I move you out again?
No. We get you.
No, you're good.
No,
No, we hear you.
That's what I'm saying. She would just come and listen to what my day was like so that she could cheer up about her day because she knows something crazy happened on my job that day.
I'm just man. So just to wrap the Frito-Lay shit up, we all in agreement that them niggas need to move the fuck on and find a new hustle.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right,
I agree.
Cool. All right.
Hey, ain't no hate. It's just like, hey, bro, you either gonna move around or you gonna stay in the same goddamn situation.
Facts. So I saw something else that actually kind of tripped me out a little bit, right? And I want to talk about this influx of fucking black mass shooters, dog. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened, dog. Niggas been locked up in the house so long, they like, fuck it, my nigga, let's just go out and kill somebody. But I saw this video, right? Shit kind of blew me a little bit. Cause, I mean, y'all don't, like, when y'all see, like, some of these little ratchet motherfuckers and they just happen to be black and you be like, fuck, why you had to be black, dog? Motherfucker talking about fucking her dead friend husband before he passed away. I'm talking about, and she was all over social media. I'm talking about crazy. And somebody pulled up on her and just kind of beat her ass and kind of dragged her, about to drag her out of the car or whatever. But she deserved every bit of it. She deserved every bit of it, man. But let me play this video so y'all can see what the hell I'm talking about. Just so y'all can have an idea of what the fuck I was thinking when I saw this bullshit.
Hey, since I got my 50 little viewers, I'm spilling the tea. Cause y'all hoes need to know this. This, yeah, she don't wash her ass. Yeah, this bitch takes showers 3 times a day. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All that. But listen, I was f***ing on your baby daddy before they died. In your house, in your bed, in Ed's house.
Take care of some business.
And they
Sorry, guys.
all through this bitch on my mama. I'm
Lady, take it easy.
never no coming back from this. I Nate all through everywhere. Y'all's house, damn near your mama's house, your mama's basement. Oh shit!
Yo, that bitch hit the gas quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
These
Talking
people
all
lost their
that
damn
shit.
mind.
He talking all that shit, boy. She hit the gas quick to get out of Dodge. Dumbass. She is a nasty motherfucker, bro.
Oh, they ain't gonna lie.
I
No,
mean,
bitch pulled up. But
my
thank
mama
God
done
I keep
said
my
black folks
car.
are wigging out on
Thank
us,
God
okay?
I keep my mother
She said we done gone
car
crazy.
and drive.
You know what I think it
Damn, she
really
got a
is
big
though,
ass
Bunny.
diastema.
You
Damn,
you
she got a big ass diastema.
you know what I think it is. I think, and you just use like a dental terminology or some shit.
Yes.
What you called it?
The space between her teeth is called a diastema.
Oh, we just call it a gap.
Yeah, I know. Hers is like a natural one.
No,
But
but
that
what
bitch is big.
I'm gonna tell you what like really trips me out about this, and I think about this for most people. I think a lot of people they love getting the sort of attention that they get from doing shit like this, because that's what her ultimate goal. Her ultimate goal was to get attention. She started off by saying, "Oh, I got 50 people in here watching now. Oh, I'm finna air this shit out. Yeah, I was fucking your baby daddy over here and over there and over here and everywhere, bitch, before you." I just, the words, I don't have words to describe why a person would do this. The person's baby daddy died, dead, no longer here, no longer on this earth. But to add injury to insult, you gonna tell the girl that you fucked her baby daddy before he died? And
In
for
the
what?
house.
For attention? Yo, that shit bothers the fuck out of me, dog. I don't know if it do for y'all, but that's some trippy shit, dog. Like, why would you want that type of attention of all things? But I'll let y'all take it from here, man.
No,
Right, be as hell for them to do that stuff and all of that. Shows that they got no respect and no any kind of awareness and stuff and all that. They reckless as hell. So if they gonna be reckless, they gonna have that's what they gonna get back.
Yeah. But this reminds me, it was probably like 3 years ago, in Shreveport. This chick was up there doing those same type of videos live on Facebook, airing shit out about, oh, such and such ain't gonna do this, such and such ain't gonna do that. I dare such and such to come up my house and fight and all this shit, right? So I guess such and such was also fucking around with the baby daddy, and the baby daddy got mad at all that shit, and he pulled up on her. And when I say he pulled up on her, she was live when this shit happened. He pulled up in her house. He had a shotgun and threatened her ass. And literally shot her point blank that shit. And I was like, bro, y'all got to stop doing all this fucking clout chasing. I'm just speaking on the black community. That fucking clout chasing shit is done. That shit will get you murked off the map real quick.
That shit dangerous.
Y'all
It's
gotta quit all
dangerous,
this.
ain't it?
Yeah, like y'all gotta stop counting money on live, stop all this shit talking on live, especially when they know where you at. Bruh, stop doing that shit. That shit is goofy.
Even if they don't know where you at, though, Sarge. Even if they don't know where you at, bro. What is the point of you doing it? Literally, if you're not about that life, then stay away from talking about shit that happens in that life. Like, I tell a motherfucker all day, every day, pull up to my house. You gonna die right where you stand, bro. I'm gonna be real.
You know
with
me,
you.
Sick. I tell people, I say, keep that energy. I'm like, the same energy you keep up there, keep that in the real. If you're not about that life, do not talk like it. If you in the safety of your own home and distance is away, I always say that.
Yeah, keep that energy.
You know what else this also reminds me of? Reminds me of, like, okay, so you guys know about how back in the day, before we had like social media and stuff like that, where women would get mad and call up their boyfriends' wives and shit on the phone and say shit and hang up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They still do that shit now.
Yeah, but this basically is like now, the new thing about how to do it. They're getting live on camera talking about, oh yeah, this, that, and the other. Like, they're not afraid to say who they are, this, that, and the other. Yeah, now granted, some bitches have learned not to call on phones. Trust me when I say that. But these people now on social media and shit, they don't think they have, and it's all like a lot of younger people. They don't think something's gonna happen to them. They think they can get up here and say whatever the fuck they want, and people, oh, I got freedom of speech. I can say and do whatever the fuck I want to do. No, you don't. People don't
Free
have
from
to accept that
consequences.
shit.
Well, you do have freedom of speech. You just don't have freedom from
The
consequences.
freedom of the
Like,
consequences.
Yeah,
in that
exactly.
sense.
That's what I'm saying. But they think they got freedom of consequences along with freedom of speech. No, you don't.
They naive. They naive as hell.
You know,
They,
I mean,
but they too safe. They too safe on being reckless by doing that. They thinking they can't be touched. They thinking they're invincible. And then when somebody pull up, or when you tell them, run that addy or whatnot, if you think about the life and stuff and all of that, then they quick to say, oh, you trying to do this, that, and the third stuff. No, they quick to look for a cop out so that way they can protect their asses and stuff because they're not about their life.
Nah, they say you trying to be what they say, you trying to be a thug or you trying to be gay. Nigga, you the one that's talking shit, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, that's why I like my man Kwame Brown, bro. I think a lot of people should live the way that Kwame Brown lives. For real. You know what I'm saying?
who's Kwame? Is that who's that?
The basketball player?
What do you do?
He plays basketball. Or he
No, I'm
played
talking about-
basketball. Nah,
No,
he
but I'm
has
talking about-
he has a podcast where he lately he been just airing motherfuckers out, boy. That shit been a bloodbath, but he never talks shit about nobody who didn't talk shit about him first. You know what I'm saying? But when he go in, he go all the way to fuck in. One nigga I don't like, y'all may have seen that motherfucker, that what is his name? Tommy Sotomayor?
Oh, Sotomayor. Man, I ain't heard
is
that
that his
name in
name?
some years.
Yo, that nigga's a goofy. He's a
not
fucking
I
clown.
remember him.
I was gonna say, God, it's been like 5 years since I heard that nigga name.
Yeah, I haven't heard him in a while because he kept getting his channel suspended.
Nah, that man used to stay disrespecting black women, dog. He don't
Man,
disrespect black men, dog. He disrespect black women, bro.
Yeah,
And I'm
Yeah, and he
like,
coming at Kevin Samuels too now.
nah, you can't come for Kevin Samuels. I know
That's what
why
he's
he
doing.
come.
He's coming at
Listen,
Kevin.
I know why he coming for Kevin Samuels, because Kevin Samuels got the juice. So if you trying to, up your subscribers and shit like that, then you gonna try to ride that wave that he on right now. But Kevin Samuels is what you would call an alpha male. He thinks like an alpha male. He acts and moves like an alpha male. And a lot of people don't like that shit. A lot of people don't like that shit, especially. And it's weird because you would think that the women would hate him, right? But nigga, they want to call into his show all the fucking time. And he don't disrespect them. He just puts them in a place when they try to play victim and shit like that. It's crazy. He's like, some of the chicks that be talking about they want a high value male.
But they don't bring nothing to the table.
But they don't bring nothing but ass to the table. Like, are you fucking kidding me, dog? Listen, man, the days of motherfuckers living off ass, dog, is over, bruh. Because that shit gonna get old, bruh. It's gonna get old.
Facts.
And when it gets old, now what is it? You know what I'm saying? Now y'all don't have nothing in common. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I be looking at a lot of that shit, dog. And I'm just like, bruh, motherfuckers need to find somebody that they can vibe with on a mental level, bruh. And not just on a physical level. Yeah, on the emotional level too, bruh. If you don't feel like you can open up to your girl, then y'all ain't got no real relationship.
I mean,
Exactly,
to be
that shit
honest
gonna
with you,
crumble.
mental, and like and all that should come first, because physical, something could happen physical.
Yeah.
Let's
Mhm.
keep it real.
Yeah.
Something could happen physical where you lose something there, but you have the other two.
Yeah.
I mean, that you shouldn't think with only that one thing, because like I said, physical, you lose your looks, you lose your body, everything goes out of shape, shit goes bad.
Somebody was saying something?
South
Yeah, you're right. You are right.
Oh. No.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and this girl that's in this video, bro, I don't know what she on, bro. I don't know why she was trying to trigger whoever she was trying to trigger, bro. I don't know what she was trying to get out of that. To me, that lowers the value of her. You know what I'm saying? Not the person she's talking about, but her value, bro. Like you was a thought on your homegirl, on your bestie, who you considered to be your bestie. You was a thought on your bestie's boyfriend, right? And you think that gives you brownie points? I don't know, bro. I don't live on I don't live on a ratchet mind frame, bro. Like I don't know how these motherfuckers be thinking. Like that shit don't do that compute to anybody on this panel right now, bro?
Here's my thing about that. Here's my thing about that. Why the fuck you want your best friend sloppy seconds?
Exactly. And why would you want to do this to your best friend if y'all got this bond that y'all share?
She was jealous of her best friend. There's nothing else.
And she was never a best friend.
No. Of course she was never the best friend, for sure.
I mean, but my point is, why you want somebody else's sloppy seconds?
Because
they can't get one.
I don't date married men. I don't date guys who are taken. I date people who are single. Because guess what? I don't want the sloppy seconds.
Because she don't value herself. She got low self-esteem in herself. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That made her feel a little bit better that she felt like she could have someone else's boyfriend or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that, and you can see in the video when you look at her, when you look in her eyes, bro, she looks like she lacks confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell that. I mean, just look at her, bro. Plus she goofy as fuck. Dog, I swear to God, death of them. Like this shit is crazy. They get on live and say some of the wildest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. I mean, the wildest shit. Yo, you get on live and the first thing you saying is, yo, I was fucking my bestie boyfriend. Yeah, that nigga dead though. Like, okay, it's fucked up that you was fucking your bestie boyfriend. But the fact that the nigga is dead and still can't rest in peace because of your thought ass, like, what the fuck, bro? Let that nigga rest in peace, bro. And I'm telling you, man, the way motherfuckers is getting today, dog, they don't care about life. They don't care about themselves. You know what I'm saying? And especially a lot of these little dumbass fucking black people, dog. And I'm black myself, so hold on. But I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it a G. I gotta keep it a buck. These motherfuckers, there's plenty of people out here doing black people dirty, but these motherfuckers is out here killing each other.
You know, just go and say what you gotta say, because that shit true.
No, but I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. That shit bothers the fuck out of me. Niggas be talking all day, yeah, man, I got bodies, man. I'm telling you, man, this pistol got bodies, bro. My 9mm got bodies. My 38 got bodies. But the bodies that these motherfuckers is talking about is the bodies of other black individuals, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't going out and killing the threat. You helping the threat exterminate your own dumb ass. That shit bothers the fuck out of me. But it's come to the point where I understand that these motherfuckers is being conditioned to hate themselves. Think about it. When you think about black people and you think about all the shit that they know, motherfuckers could tell you a little bit of Spanish, right? Right?
Yep.
They always could tell you a little bit of Spanish. You ask them motherfuckers anything about the actual native African language, they can't tell you a motherfucking thing. They don't know about their own fucking history, but they can tell you about fucking tamales and burritos and all this other shit that come from other people's culture. That shit I hate about fucking black people, bro. And I look at that shit all the fucking time. These motherfuckers hate themselves, but they go out and try to learn all the culture of another motherfucker. Bro, this shit.
Go back to like that dude we were talking about on the last podcast who had all his features changed and now he's transracial.
Oh yeah.
Lord Jesus.
I definitely missed it. Yo, he woke up one day and felt like he was Korean, dog. Like, what the fuck?
What? Shit, what was I watching? It was something I was watching this morning. Like, people up here, you got trans people, but then you got people that feel transracial. Now you got people that are trans-ableist. I'm like, what the hell is this shit?
What?
Trans-ableist.
Hey, I'm gonna say like I
Like,
said before, man. I can't live in a wacky world, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
bro, no, it was literally. Oh,
What is
okay, so
trans-ableist?
okay, so it's literally physically able people believing they have like these disabilities. Like it was a man that thought he was an amputee, so he sawed off his own damn arm.
Wait, hold on.
Like he
Those
felt like
are
an
not
amputee,
trans-ableists. You want to know what those are?
goofy ass motherfucker.
No. You want to know what those are? Fucking fruitcakes. Okay?
Bro, I'll shit you not. Like when I heard, I was because I listen to. Like I listen to NPR, so I just hear some of everything, you know, because I'm listening to stock reports or whatever stock. But when that came up, I'm like,
hold on.
what in the?
Listen,
Is that a hypochondriac to the extreme?
I don't know, but it tripped me out just hearing. I'm like, you thought you were an amputee, so you sawed off your, and this was in the UK, by the way. But I'm like,
Transracial dude was in the UK too.
let me ask you a question. Court, before you go too far into this, dog. I said before, bruh. Listen, all this shit is people wanting you to live out their mental illness, bruh. I don't care what it is. If you transracial, you think you transgender, you think you transableist, bruh. These are all things that you have made up in your mind. And you believe this shit to be true, but you want everybody else to participate in this weird shit that you're doing. I'm sorry, dog. I don't believe any of it. I think that you are just fucking weird. You've lived around certain people, so you feel a certain way. Just like if you have a boy that grows up around a whole bunch of girls. Like, there's a good fucking chance that this motherfucker gonna want to wear a wig and be beautiful, nigga, because he's seen that. That's all he's seen his entire fucking life, my nigga.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that they constantly trying to take the black man from out the fucking home, dog. That shit does not fucking help, dog. I'm sorry. Look at all of these little girls around here running around looking like little niggas, and we supposed to believe that they just feel like they in the wrong fucking body. No! No, this is what the fuck they've seen. This is what the fuck they grown up. Dog, I'm sorry, dog. I am not sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry because I'm sorry I can't live in this fantasy world that motherfuckers have created for themselves, dog. That's exactly what the fuck it is. I'm sorry, it is.
Shit. Chemical warfare has been dropped, and they're testing the effects, and everybody's having different effects on it, okay?
Let me tell you, I found out a lot of people that I know, that I've known for a long fucking time, are gay as shit. Never would have thunk it. In this day and age, bruh, motherfucker, man, I don't know how y'all do it, man. I'm sorry. I'm never going to be turned on by another man's ass. It's just never going to happen. I don't want to look at dick except for his mouth.
Let me ask you this question, Sick. Is it the fact that you never knew, or the fact that you might have saw
we had
no, wait a minute.
We had our ideas, but we never could confirm.
But here's the thing also. Did you truly really give a fuck?
Nah, I still don't give a fuck.
Bingo. That's probably the reason why you might have thought it or thunk it, but it never bothered you because you really didn't give a fuck. Like, I had a friend who was a lesbian, and, you know, I had a feeling she was. It just never, like,
she put the moves
I never
on you.
questioned. No, she came out, when she finally came out the closet, she was losing, like, all her friends when she came out. And she just came out the closet with me. She's like, yeah, I'm a lesbian. And if you don't like it, you can fuck off and you don't have to talk to me. That's what she basically told me. And I was like, okay, cool. Can you just not hit on me? Because I don't go that way. But I still love you. And she just looked at me like, what the fuck? But that's the thing. Some things you hear about, you just don't give a shit about.
Yeah, I mean, and you still don't give a shit about it. But again, I can't be a part of your fantasy world that you're living in, my nigga. If you feel like this is what you want to do, that's crazy.
Now, y'all want to hear a funny story about this? So, you guys know my mom works with me, right? My mom's like in her 60s, right? She's 69
Your
this
mom's
year.
just working to work at this point. She don't even
Okay.
she don't even need to
All
text.
right,
She's just like,
so-
fuck it, I just want
so-
to get up and do something with my life.
Okay, but she's 69. So like 2 years ago, we hired a new employee there, and this lady was in her 50s, but she was a lesbian, and she fell in love with my mom. And my mom don't swing that way at all.
Oh Lord.
So she kept hitting on my mom. And finally, my mom, because my mom doesn't care if you're a lesbian. She doesn't care about that.
Right.
She's like me. I don't care. You can be whatever you want to be. It don't pertain to me. Just don't hit on me because I don't go that way. Okay? And that's how my mom is, right? So she first thought that me and my mom, because of how close we were, that we were a lesbian couple together.
Oh, she
And
wanted
then
to
my mom's
join in
like,
and be a threesome.
My
huh?
mom was like, "This is my daughter. This is my biological daughter. I gave birth to this child, right?" And so this lady's like, "Oh, okay." Kept hitting on my mom and hitting on my mom and hitting on my mom. My mom finally got up. She took my boss into the office. She was up there telling my boss, "You need to talk to her. You need to talk to her." My mom finally went in there and went the fuck off. She said, "If you don't get this goddamn woman off my case, I'm gonna kick her goddamn ass." So I was going into work every day with popcorn, ready to see two senior citizens duke it out. Okay? Cause my mom would have whooped her ass. Yeah. I'm going in there with popcorn and snacks because I'm expecting two senior citizens to start duking it out in the office. And I'm sitting here like, God damn it, my life, man. And I'm like, Mom, it took you to your 60s to get hit on by a woman. She said, don't you start. I was like, yeah, Mom, okay. I love you to pieces too, Mom. But
hey,
yes.
your mama would play that shit, man. And it's crazy because that person didn't want to hear that she didn't want the advances that she was given. That's fucked up. She should have at least respected her wishes.
Yep, but my mom went in there and told my boss, she said, "If you don't stop her," she said, "I'm going to kick her goddamn ass. And then I'm going to kick yours for not stopping." I was like, damn, Mom. I was like, shit, Mom.
Y'all pretty much run that office, nigga. That's y'all office. Y'all, the boss just come in there to do what the fuck.
No, my mom runs that fucking office. I just go to a corner and be like, "Yo, I'm over in the corner, y'all."
Get paid just to be there. Shit, I feel it though. I feel it. Oh man.
What is this Deathsantis?
Oh man.
Oh, the Santa's fucking up again? Oh,
y'all
Lord.
don't live in Florida, man, so y'all really don't understand that this nigga is a fucking moron.
What'd he do now?
Dude, we have had the craziest, like, most ridiculous surge in COVID, and motherfuckers is out here no mask. They don't get vaccinated because his dumb ass is telling them not to. Right? And don't get me wrong, I'm with him on that. I done seen too much fucked up shit happen to people who get vaccinated. These motherfuckers is just dropping dead at this point. Like, so he, he signed a fucking thing. Gosh, what was it for? He signed a thing that ships coming in.
The cruise ship thingy.
Yeah, that they wouldn't have to. They can't check people to see if they've been vaccinated.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
can't
understand. I don't understand the concept of this. You are moving people from one country to another country, and you mean to tell me you want these people to sit on a fucking cruise ship? A cruise ship, an enclosed space with motherfuckers who feel like they don't need to get the vaccine because they're just wonderful like that. You know what I'm saying? All of this is a hoax. Even though we've had the craziest surge in fucking COVID, cases pop up in God knows how long, over 5,000 cases a week.
Damn.
So
I got an update for you on that also.
So his dumbass, he sued because Biden was putting something on it. He was putting something on it where they couldn't travel without, having a vaccination card or whatever. Me personally, I ain't traveling nowhere. I'm staying in my fucking house. I'm still not getting that fucking vaccine. But I don't understand how you want people to move back and forth where they're in dangerous territory of getting that fucking illness. And again, that illness is not something that you want to fucking have. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because you're going to feel like you fucking dying. Sarge could tell you. First goddamn hand.
Boy.
That motherfucker ain't something that you want to have. And then they got new strains of this bitch. So it's not just the old COVID. Now you got to deal with the COVID Delta and the COVID fucking Lambda. Yeah, I'm good on that, bro. I will, because I don't go anywhere unless I have to. When I say nowhere, I don't go anywhere unless I have to. If I'm going to Walmart, I'm wearing my motherfucking mask. I don't care how fucking hot that mask made my face. I'm wearing that bitch. All right.
And he went against the CDC, right?
The morons that are the Republican Party always go against scientists and doctors. They waged a war against people who know what the fuck they talking about, and had dumbasses listening to people who don't know what the fuck they talking about.
So, the judge went in and agreed with them that they're killing the cruise industry and all this, right? Well, you guys know Norwegian Cruise Lines is now suing the state of Florida.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. As they should.
Because they want 100% vaccinated cruises. They want the right to be able to ask people, I need proof of your vaccine, because they want to do 100% vaccinated cruises. Florida is making it so that they can't. So right now, because I'm looking at doing a cruise, but I'm looking at like 2023, 2024 after this COVID shit to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But they are right now, because they want 100% vaccinated cruises. They don't want to have to make it so that some people on the cruise has to wear, like some cruise lines are saying, okay, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask, but if you're not vaccinated, you have to wear a mask. You cannot go to certain parts of the ship. They got all these crazy ass rules and shit. Norwegian Cruise Lines is like, no, we want 100% vaccinated cruises. We want everybody to have the vaccine. So now they are suing the state of Florida, citing the exact same reasons that the state of Florida sued the CDC for. The exact same. So you remember the reasons that the state of Florida sued the CDC for, saying that they're hampering businesses, they're doing this, they're doing that by not allowing this. The Norwegian Cruise Lines is suing the state of Florida, stating the exact same reasons.
Listen, I agree with Norwegian 1,000%. I'm gonna tell you why I agree with these motherfuckers. I agree with them because one person can fuck that whole cruise up and get a lot of people sick, and then once they get sick and fucking die, then motherfuckers gonna sue Norwegian and they gonna go out of business anyway. Now, and what good is being in business if you don't have any passengers to get on the motherfucker?
And also, another thing that you have to factor into this also, Sick, is the ports of call. Each country's port of call is having different rules. So if you're not, like some ports of call, if you're not vaccinated, you can't get off that cruise ship.
Yeah.
The ports of call is having rules about that. Like, how, like on cruises, people take shore excursions and stuff like that. The ports of call are like, some ports of call, like, you can't do that if you're not vaccinated. And even if you are vaccinated, you have to fill out information before you can get off the cruise ship to go into the country and then go back onto the cruise ship.
Hey,
so Norwegians is just making it like, you know what, we want 100% vaccinated cruises so that they can comply with everything.
I tell you what, my black ass is staying in my goddamn house. I am good. I will do the minor things that I need to do. I'm not touching that fucking vaccination. I'm sorry, motherfuckers is dropping dead and getting blood clots out of nowhere that didn't exist until the
That's the
motherfuckers got that
J&J.
vaccine.
That's the Johnson and Johnson
Nah, they
one.
all
That's the
fucked
Johnson.
up. Listen, I watched a video from the dude that helped make the fucking what is that? The Moderna vaccine. That motherfucker was like, "Do not take that shit. We have no idea." You seen that shit, right? The motherfucker
Nah,
was.
because I had to get it because I'm in the medical
Oh no,
field.
you're in the medical field, so you got to get it. I ain't trying to get none of this shit, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. At this point, I am terrified to take any of this shit, and I've had COVID. But what they're saying is this shit is changing your DNA in such a way that you're not gonna be able to fight off certain things. And that I'm like, yeah, I ain't trying to be a part of that.
Now the Johnson and Johnson vaccine, my mom, because me and my mom, we have certain allergies to medications, so we had before we got the vaccine, we had to check everything. And the Johnson and Johnson vaccine, my mom found out that the parent company of Johnson and Johnson, the UK vetoed that vaccine. They would not allow that shot to be given in the UK.
Well, think about this for a second. Johnson and Johnson is the same motherfuckers that was giving you cancer with fucking powder, with baby powder.
Yes.
I don't think I would have been that Johnson and Johnson vaccine would have been one of the first ones on the list that I would have chose anyway. They could go fuck themselves.
But the UK banned it. The UK would not allow that one to be given because of the mortality rate with the blood clots and shit in it.
Yeah.
And my mom was looking at that. My mom was like, okay. And then when they passed the Johnson & Johnson here, my mom was like, oh, bitch is about to start dying from it. So then we heard about all the blood clots and stuff. And like some of our patients come in saying that their family members had the Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
And they weren't getting the shot because their family had all this blood clotting and this, that, and that. My mom just straight up told them. They were like, she said the Johnson & Johnson was banned in the UK for that. She said, but then they came over here and giving it to Americans like nothing's wrong with it.
Yeah. So, you know, the bad part about it is, man, I feel sorry for the people who did get the vaccinations, and I'm going to tell you why. Because since y'all got the vaccinations, all of these different strains have been discovered, which means that y'all still susceptible to getting COVID, even though you took the necessary precautions and got the vaccination. But there's so many different strains coming out that how are they gonna? Y'all gonna have to get shots, like what they call them shits, booster shots.
Boosters.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to get booster shots to kind of make y'all compatible with the new virus.
But you gotta think about it like this, Sick. It's a virus. You get there's three different strains of the flu shot because the flu is a virus. They never know what strain of the flu is going to come through. There's flu shot A, B, and C. It's a statistical guess as to which flu virus is going to come through, and that's what they pump out for the flu shot every year. Okay? Look at how long it took for them to do for people to get fully vaccinated against polio. You know, the only reason we had a recent case of polio and a new strain of polio is because of anti-vaxxers. They decided not to vaccinate their kids, so we had like the first strain of polio in like 50 years.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that shit don't happen, man. I
mean,
about
no,
that shit
it's already
all the fucking time.
It's already happened.
Nah, not with the polio shit. Not with the polio shit. I'm talking about
with
with COVID and shit like that. Because again, I've had COVID, and COVID ain't that shit ain't nothing to be fucked. That's not something you want to be fucked up with. But the idea of the vaccine and the shit that I've been researching, it don't even make sense to get the vaccine. I mean, it makes you feel better when you're out in public because you're like, haha, I got that, I got those antibodies in my body. But then again, when you think about what that shit is doing to your DNA, nah, that's where I gotta be like, whoa, let me back up a little bit. And I might sound ignorant as fuck, and I might be ignorant as fuck, But again, I've been watching videos from all of these doctors that work doing it, and they're not like fucking right-wing pundits, because we already know those right-wing nuts are fucking crazy as shit. They're not right-wing nuts. They're actual people who worked in the facilities that made these vaccines, and they're like, yo, we've been trying to get the message out to everybody not to fucking take those vaccines for one reason or the other.
But I got a question to ask everybody. Doesn't this whole like fucking COVID shit remind you of the book / movie The Stand with Captain fucking Trips?
You know what it reminds me of? And I said I wasn't gonna talk about video games or nothing like that, but it reminds me of Death Stranding. Goddamn it!
I mean, yeah. I mean, like something that wiped out. Like the reason it reminds me of The Stand is because if you read the book The Stand or watch the movie The Stand, it's about a virus that was a chemical virus that was made, and it escaped this military facility. And it mutated itself, and they nicknamed it Captain Trips because it gave you flu-like virus symptoms that killed like most of the country. But there were people who had natural antibodies against it, and they never got it, and they ended up, and then that's where Death Stranding.
Yep, got clipped again.
Damn.
Stranding, yeah. So I was not as far away for that director's cut to here.
Civilization.
Yo, the last thing we heard from you was Civilization.
Oh, where I was saying I moofied out again, but but so with so the people who had the antibodies who resisted Captain Trips made two pockets of civilization. You know, good versus evil, whatever.
Right.
But then that where it comes into like with Death Stranding, where you had to connect the world who were in pockets of civilization because of what was going on outside.
Right.
So it kind of reminds me of all that.
I highly recommend that if you haven't played it, because I know you like games that like are heavily story based.
I got Death Stranding.
Oh man, you gotta play it.
I started playing it.
How you like it?
So I'm still trying to get on my S ranks.
It's interesting. Like I done already caused the nuclear thingy where everything died. I done already caused one of them. I'm waiting on call. Yeah, I'm waiting on. I'm probably gonna have void outs everywhere I go, but I done already caused the void out, and I ain't even feel guilty about it. I was way up in the mountains somewhere when it happened. And I was like, what the fuck going on? But, and then everything just exploded. And I was like, oh, shit. But, I like it. It's very interesting. I love the music in it.
It's very calming, I'll tell you that much. Like,
yeah, the soundtrack is very, very awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And, but it's so far, I done got the president's body burnt to a crisp. And I done got BB to working. But, yeah, it's interesting.
I say this, pay close attention to that story. Because it's going to be a lot of twists and turns. By the end of the game, you're going to be like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. But it's great. I fucking love it. I can't wait to get the director's cut.
My bad, y'all. I fell asleep.
Nah, you good, Royal.
Hey.
You good.
Yay.
But I guess that's my take.
I don't know what it is, but the impromptu sleep's always the best sleep, bro.
It is.
You know, like
oh, so you had one
night when you're supposed to sleep. It's never as good as that 7 p.m. I got shit to do, but let me take a quick nap real quick and wake up at 9:30, 10 o'clock.
I'm about to say you had one of mine where it was like I fell asleep at 3, woke up at 11, like god damn, like but I feel good.
Like man, but that sleep was incredible, right?
Nah, trust me, I know all about what you're talking about. Trust me, I be feeling that same way, man. I don't know, but lately, like I said, I've been having some crazy dreams, dog. And the one consistent thing in all of my dreams is that I never see my kids ever in any one of my dreams. Never.
Oh no, I had a dream this week about my coworker who died like a few years ago, and this was the first time I ever dreamed about him.
Yeah, but I mean,
And that was a crazy ass dream though. I mean, like,
you got to
what the
think
fuck?
about this. My kids are 14. Well, my oldest kid is 14 years old, and I have never had a dream about any of them at any point in time.
I don't really remember most of my shit, man. Once
Shit,
I
I
wake
do.
up,
I remember most of my dreams. Most of my dreams, especially them dreams that wake you up and your heart be racing. I don't know if y'all know about them dreams.
oh
But
no, I know.
Nah, I
All
don't.
haven't
I've
one.
had a couple of those where it's literally, and this was like after my grandfather died. And I shit you not, I told my wife that was just like because he used to pop up at my job whenever I was out in town or whatever. If he was in town, and I said I literally went to sleep, and I dreamed like I was at work doing my job, whatever, and he just popped up, and I was like, that shit scared the fuck out of me because he was literally dressed in the same thing that he would usually wear if he went out to town to go to a doctor's appointment. And I was like, when he hugged me, I was like, I felt that damn fucking pressure, and I was like, bro, that is the weirdest fucking feeling. It literally woke me up when he did that shit. I was like, no, I literally felt him. Like, that wasn't no, oh, you just kind of felt like a little, no, I like felt arms, everything give me that damn hug, and I was like, bro, that shit literally woke me up, and I was up drinking coffee in the next 5 minutes. I was like, nah, I can't go back to sleep now. Fuck that.
that shit's terrifying, ain't it?
Sick. I wonder if something in your dreams that you might always see in the dreams all the time might like subconsciously be what represents your kids.
Nah,
Like that one common thing.
nah. I never see them in my dreams at all. I see other people's kids. I see kids I don't know, but I never see them. And it bothered me like a little bit in the beginning, but now that shit bothers me a lot. And the thing is, even with my wife, I randomly dream about her. Like, even she's not in most of the dreams. I may, every now and then catch a glimpse of her in the dream, but I don't dream about her. And usually we're not even together in my dreams.
Usually, like my mom, like I might get a call in the middle of the night from my mom. If she dreamed something spooky about me, she'll like instantly call and wake me up and like, "Are you okay?" But I don't think she dreams about me often. She doesn't talk about me in her dreams.
Shit, I just had that. My mom, she called me at like 4:30 in the fucking morning. I was getting ready to go to work. She was like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right. What the hell are you doing up? Like, you ain't gotta, you ain't gotta be to work till like 8. Like, what the hell?" You're like, "Oh, I just had a dream about you."
Get this work? I said the same fucking thing, dude. I really believe that when we go to sleep, we're waking up somewhere else. Like, I know a lot of people think that these dreams are just like imaginary things that happen when your brain is relaxed, but I literally feel like your consciousness is going somewhere else and waking up. So when you're waking up, somebody else is going to sleep. When you're going to sleep, somebody else is waking up. That's kind of how I feel that shit. Like, but it's something where I don't know if I really want to. Like, I be thinking about it sometimes. I don't know if I even really want to know the truth. Like, I know, like, I don't ever think to myself like I want to die and find out what happens when your ass is no longer here. I don't even want to do that.
I'm just worried I won't be able to be nosy about what's going on into this world when I die. Because, I want to be nosy. I want to know what's going on.
She said, "I just want to swoop down and peek in on somebody every once in a while."
Exactly.
I mean,
You
what do y'all
know?
think happen when we do die? Like, when we are out of there, when it's no longer past go, like, what the fuck do you think actually happened? Because some people feel like
I
that's
believe
it.
in reincarnate. I believe in
Yeah,
reincarnation. So
yeah. I think we just going. We happen to be. We come out the womb as a different baby.
yeah, I believe that we keep cycling through. We might not come like right back, but like I think that we go to like this place and like meditate or do whatever in our spiritual form, and then eventually we are reborn again. But I think that we keep doing it until we to our corporal selves learn everything that we are meant to know, and then we're that's it.
Well, there was something weird that happened a very long time ago. Very, very long time ago. My niece, she's now grown. You know what I'm saying? I think she's like 19 or 20 now. But back when she was a kid, right? Like a really small kid, like 4 or 5 years old, she used to speak about things that used to happen back in the days, right? Like she spoke to things that my auntie was privy to. She spoke to things that, people in my family were privy to, but that she should have never known. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Yeah.
ever heard that story about the little white girl that scared the shit out of her mama because the things she said? She's like only 5 years old, right? And
Mm-hmm.
they was visiting this like this historical place in England or some shit, and she pointed at this spot in like a courtyard of a castle, and she said, "Mama, you remember when I was the mom and you was the daughter, and they chopped our heads off right there?"
Whoa, what?
Yeah. Yeah. This made
And
like headlines like a few years ago, like 5, 6 years ago, where
Oh
this little
shit, yeah, I
girl,
ain't gonna lie, that would have fucking freaked me out. I would have been like, look here,
yeah,
little
this little
bitch, you gonna
girl
stay
just
here.
straight
You
up,
ain't coming back home with
it's
me.
like,
Fuck that.
she's five
hey,
years old, bro. How do you even know how to talk like that? You know what I mean?
look,
But she's like a
I,
little white girl, and she's like, "Mom, you remember when I was the mother and you was the daughter, and they chopped our heads off right over there?" Like, you know what I'm
no,
saying?
see, that's how the horror movie starts. That's when you lead that little motherfucker. Be like, hey, I'm gone. I don't know this kid.
Hey, but that's some
What
wild
up,
stuff, though.
Caution?
I mean, I'm Buddhist, right? So naturally, Buddhist people think that's what happens once you die. You
Yeah.
basically just follow a path to another life because whatever lessons you learn in this life wasn't appropriate. You need to learn something else, so you need to go to a different life to understand that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I mean, they always say that, but that's why I always research it because I'm always curious too. Like, what do happen? And which we probably definitely wouldn't know until we die. It's either nothing happens at all, we just rot in the ground, or some wild shit happens, right? But I always study about that. There's this kid who's 7 years old, and he talked like he is a pilot of like a warplane, and he could describe the warplane in such detail that like World War II pilots, like how the hell does this kid know that? He said, you know what I mean? How does he know what this thing is called? Most grown men don't even know what it's called. Grown men that are pilots today wouldn't know that because pilots today use a lot of different equipment than they did back in World War II era. This kid
Hmm.
knows it. And it's like he was like, well, he could study that stuff as a kid. He was like, he knows stuff that no one knows about. That's not even in the public, in the
Public
public domain.
knowledge.
Like, how do you know that?
And
How do
at
you know
seven
about this
years old, he
squadron?
would. And
Yeah,
at 7 years
no,
old, he wouldn't be studying something that technical.
but the craziest part is even if he could, right? Even if he's like a child prodigy and he's able to learn that kind of stuff, how do you know about classified squadrons? Like the moves that these attack planes had, like he was a part of a team that he could describe the team. And that shit was not made public. You know what I mean?
Mm.
How do you know that? How do you know some shit that's not made public? You 7.
What up, Bob the Builder? Yeah, that's that. Listen, when it comes to shit like that, that shit is it's always freaky as fuck, dog. Like always freaky as fuck. But in my heart of hearts, I kind of want to see what's in the afterlife for real, for real. But if it's just reincarnation, bruh, I don't know if I want to come back on this planet, nigga. Like reincarnate me on Venus or something, or
Better
in a
put me
different
on
goddamn
fucking
galaxy, my nigga. Like This human shit, man, I'm over this, dog. Like, humans are fucking
But
ridiculously
Ti-
idiotic, bro.
I'm tired of this planetary shift. Take me to another planetary shift, please.
Yes.
Tear
shit,
another time and fabric for me, please.
I'll
Yeah.
be like, hey, them aliens that looking down, make me one of them so I can look down at these goofy motherfuckers and laugh with them, cause they be like, we ain't never visit them motherfuckers. They just
Now,
stupid.
but you know what this conversation reminds me of? It reminds me of a book by Christopher Pike that I read years ago. I can't remember the name of the book, but it was about this girl and this guy, and it was like a huge like thing, but the girl ended up saving the guy. But after she saved the guy, it ended up she was one of the Greek goddesses, and they were taking the forms of humans just to live different lives and to do different things. And then when they die, they go back to being the celestial being.
Whoa,
And
whoa,
then
whoa, whoa,
somebody
whoa,
else.
whoa, whoa. You read Immortal Phoenix Rising before it actually came out?
Yeah, it was a book by an author called Christopher named Christopher Pike. It was back. I read it. I was a freshman in high school, so 20 plus years ago.
Yep. They just made a game that sounds exactly like that called Immortal Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, but it was like this was a horror novel where like the girl was getting murdered and somebody put ground glass in her food and she ate the burger, but the guy in this life she was in love with, she gave him her immortal blood that was in in like a little necklace that she wore because she knew who she was to
Mm.
save his life, and she died. And then when she died, she went back to being a celestial being with all the other Greek gods and stuff. And then somebody else would go down and take over a story because it was entertainment for them.
I mean, in Asian cultures, gods don't fall in love. That's a human trait. You know what I mean? So when a god do fall in love, their punishment is to become human. Like they basically get killed as a god and then reborn as a human to live out the painful life of a human being. The reason why we have love is because it's necessary for us, but they're gods, they're beings beyond us, so they don't need that. And it's actually low of them to actually fall in love. That's there's a story about like a fire god that fell in love with an angel. They fell in love with each other, so
Mm.
they got pushed down to earth and became human and fell in love again as humans. But because this dude is just naturally a righteous god, he just fell in love with a badass bitch in heaven. Like that's just what happens. You know what I mean? So like because he was such a good dude when he was human, he's still a good dude, and because of that, he earned his godlyhood again. When they told him
Oh no.
he's like his existence, he never get to be a god again, but he's always human. He will never be reincarnated as what he's supposed to be ever again. Reincarnation is a trip, man, because if you think about it, people say, well, how does that work as far as you know, are you always going to become human again? Like, no. The chances of you becoming human again is actually very low because even an insect is a living being. You could just be, an ant for a few weeks and somebody stepped on your ass and then you'll
But
be
that,
something else in a few weeks after that.
but that
Sick,
that
I
had to
just
be
had a
fucked up.
Huh?
Sick, I just had an interesting thought that flashed through my brain.
What's
Because
that?
we're talking about dreams and reincarnation and stuff like that, and you always say you never dream about your kids.
Mm-hmm.
What if our dreams are like glimpses into something that we did in the past? You know what I mean? But it's just like overlaid with similar things to make us feel more comfortable in this life. And the reason you never dreamed about your kids is because maybe they were never present in your past lives.
Hmm. Interesting.
So there's no reason to overlay them into your dreams.
Have you ever heard of the concept of you know how they say that all of us are gods, right? All of us are a part of God, or all of us are gods, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a there's a book that said, have you ever thought about the fact that if time was not a concept that we think of, like the way it is, like a linear path, like time just shoot forward in time forever, but it's actually just not linear like we think it is. So realistically, all of us is the same person. It's just we reincarnated to be an ass to ourselves. Like you are the slave master, and then you die, and you reincarnated as the slave of that same master. So you are the same dude who's enslaving yourself. And the way,
Interesting.
you know what I mean? Because time is not linear like we think it is. It's actually expansive.
Fluid.
So
It's
right.
yeah.
So when you pass, it's not like you just, move forward in time. You just go to the place where you're supposed to go, which could be at any time at any place.
Right.
So all of us is just the same person. We just
Living
fixed
different
ourselves.
lives from
Right.
different points of view.
So yeah, so when you punch someone in the mouth, you basically just punch yourself in the mouth. You know what I mean? Like that's the concept that book came up with, is that what if time isn't linear like we think it is, then
But
that would
then
be how
wouldn't
it
that
works.
make time sort of a loop?
Well, not even a loop. It's more like a
They say
wave.
it's a
You know what I
Mobius.
mean?
Like time travel, they say it's a Mobius. If you
It's
you
not so much.
cannot have a future without a past.
They describe it more like a ripple. You know what I mean? Not so much a loop, but a ripple. It just reverberate outwards.
Gotcha.
So you can swirl in that, or you can just skip through the expanse, but it's all just one bubble of time.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? It's more like a bubble. So it's not like you're like repeating something, because it's all in one sphere that gets bigger and bigger. You know.
Do
So realistically, all of us is us. You know what I'm saying? All of us is just one person that's fucking ourselves up, basically.
do y'all remember I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago when we were here and we were talking about the little Disney kid, Cal Massey or whatever, with the
Yeah.
13 him sending the dick pics to the 13-year-old or some shit like that.
Corey in the big house now.
Yeah. So his mom came out and said that he was being extorted, right? I told you it sounds like extortion because they weren't moving for like criminal charges. They were moving to like sue him on
Right.
some civil shit.
Right.
So if I really felt like this was something that, would fuck my daughter's life up and all of this, I would be pushing for the criminal charges, not for the civil
Fact.
charges. You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy because his mom came out and spoke about that shit, and it was just like, yo, that's kind of what I felt from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because again, everybody wants to ride, but regardless, whether it's extortion or not, they're extorting him because they have a picture of his dick. So regardless
Yeah.
of whether it is extortion or not, you sent your dick to a 13-year-old, or somehow it landed in her phone.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless, you're a fucking loser. Like that's just number one. But what does that say about the mom of the kid though?
I mean, I fully agree that it's not about, I don't know, vengeance or justice or whatever you want to call it, if it's a civil suit. I mean, first of all, if anything like that happened to, if I had a daughter and some shit like that happened to me, is the first thing I'm thinking of is, how do I stomp this motherfucker into a puddle? You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Look,
don't know how y'all so calm to come up with civil suits and all that. That's,
nah,
you know.
see,
Like
look,
I
see,
said, didn't
you,
I tell you that, Sick? I said, if this was your daughter, you wouldn't be thinking about police, this, that, and the other. You'd be over there kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah,
look,
but these
see,
people
y'all,
seem like the R. Kelly people, though, Sarge. They seem like,
yeah,
because they seem like the R. Kelly, Michael Jackson type people, where
yeah,
they're more interested in getting
and
money
the money,
than anything.
and and for me, since I got two girls, it ain't even no question of what I would do, because me and my wife discussed it a lot. It was like, look, she always say, I would rather I find that person first before you find them, Because if you find them, I don't know what the hell your damn mind is gonna come up with doing. I told her, I was like, look, hog season is coming up, and man, I tell you what, they
Lord have
showed.
mercy.
Look, I sure know where they hiding. So if me and him would just take a little trip down the back road and drop them off somewhere, and y'all wouldn't find them. Man, but them hogs sure taste good though. I'm just saying, like, if I really want to do a motherfucking dirty, I would do that shit. I would literally take them out to the woods, strap them to a tree, and let some goddamn wild hogs have fun with his ass. I'm not even joking.
I mean, I can tell you right now, like with my mom, like I always ask my mom because my parents are divorced. I said, Mom, why did you never remarry? And she's like, there's a lot of sick bastards out here who prey on single women with daughters. She said, if I came home and I caught him doing something to you, she said, it's no pass and go, no calling the police, no nothing. I would kill him right then and there.
Oh, speaking of which, do you guys remember that story that happened recently that this white lady, the Luther,
Oh,
man, poured hot water with sugar in it on dude, and he laid up
yep.
in the hospital for like a week or two before he died, and
Listen,
she in jail
Hmm.
for that. And I'm like, man, salute to her, man. You know what I'm
yo,
saying?
she
I mean, that's
killed
like
that
my.
nigga with sugar and hot water.
Bruh,
Sugar. She caramelized his ass.
bruh. And I'm like, salute to her, man. What else is a mama supposed to do? Like, are you crazy? You know what I'm saying?
I
No,
still
they.
sit up here and I ask the question, what is it about little girls that turn niggas on, bruh? Like, I don't even want to fuck a girl that's a virgin, bruh. So I don't
Bruh,
see how these niggas is getting down with little baby pussies, bruh. I just
you know what's
I can't
weird
I can't
about
figure
that,
that
bruh?
shit, dog.
I've never been attracted to little girls, even when I was a little boy. When I was a little boy, I was trying to fuck grown ass women. Of course, they ain't gonna let me have none. I mean, I was a kid, but still,
Hey,
I
that's a
was
big
still
fact.
like, you know what I mean? When I was like 12, 13 years old, like college bitches be bad as fuck. Like, I don't really, I ain't trying to see little Susie that's 12 sitting in my classroom. No, like, saying her big sister dope as fuck. Like, that's just how my brain is wired. So now that I'm a grown man, I'm still think that way. Like, I've never been attracted to a little girl, even when I was a little boy. I mean, when high school hit is a little different, but you know what I mean? When I was like a little
You know what?
preteen or whatever you call it, like, I mean, hey, don't, maybe that's just the way I'm built.
Nah,
You know
it
what I
just
mean?
it
But
doesn't make any sense, bro. Like I don't think to anybody who has a rational mind, I don't think little girls make sense at all, bro. But some of these niggas, I don't know what the fuck they be going through. Like I watched a lot of fucking Chris Hansen, and how he used to
Get
catch predators and
motherfuckers.
shit like that.
hey, I die laughing at those, bro. The excuses they give is hilarious.
Nah, but some of them just straight up tell them, I, I,
Um,
I, they can't get women their own age or older. So you trick and you manipulate little kids.
I mean, it's
but,
like
but see, like,
my one friend said, why are you going to rape and do all this shit to a little kid? And he said, why don't you just date a dwarf? He said, they're child size and they're adults.
But
God
grown
damn.
women gonna
I
give it
think
to you for free. You ain't gotta do none of this
Right.
extra dumb shit, dog. It ain't no illegal shit in it, bro. Like these bitches
There
Bruh.
be
is.
waiting to give you the
think
pussy.
what it
Like
is.
I don't understand this shit, bro.
What I
I
think
mean,
it is that they do that so that way they can groom them so that when they get older, um, they pretty much can have they can do what they want like some R. Kelly bull crap. That's what I'm thinking. I think they do it just to
but
groom them.
see, but me though, I think that's not how that works, right? Like if you like trying to get with little kids, because grown men or grown women ain't trying to give you nothing. That's that's not that's not you being attracted to kids. That's just you being super desperate, like you down super bad. You know what I mean? But there are people who are naturally just attracted to children, which is very odd. You know
We
what I
see
mean,
them every day on Twitter.
bruh?
We see them
That's some wild
Man.
every
shit.
day on
The
Twitter.
motherfuckers
But
be saying
it
that shit with
makes
their
you.
whole chest. It's just they're not even real, man. They're cartoon.
Oh God, not that,
I
not
mean,
them, bro. Not oh,
They're cartoons with depictions of children.
bro. It be
Regardless
like,
of how you feel about it, like you're a
look,
fucking
look, they'll
pervert.
be, look, they'll be coming up with every excuse talking about, oh, but in the story she's 18, bro. That child look, and I call my child. I be like, look, that motherfucker look 12, bro. I don't care what the fuck y'all say. They made her look a certain way for a certain reason, so y'all motherfuckers can get off on that damn shit. I ain't with it. Convince me with that bullshit. Don't care if she fucking 21, she look 12. God damn it.
But she
And
was
Yeah, that
only
look,
stuff is
15.
I
crazy,
want to
man.
say, I want to say this about Michael Jackson though, not because I'm a huge fan, because I am a huge fan. I think Michael Jackson to this day is the dopest entertainer of all times. You can't tell me shit. But it's not about that. I think he was extorted the same way as dude, but I really don't think he's like that. I think he's just weird.
I don't think he was
It-
guilty
it-
at
it-
all, and I think they knew he
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
guilty. I mean, he
I
looked
think he's
like
just a
a
weird dude.
yeah. He was. Look, rest in peace, Michael Jackson. Man, I ain't got nothing but respect for Michael Jackson. Fuck what anybody got to say about Michael Jackson. You ain't gonna tell me shit about Michael Jackson. But
Mate,
he had his childhood stolen from him. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
he didn't have a point in time where he could be a child. And second of all, who the fuck is leaving they fucking kids with a grown ass man that dressed like Peter Pan?
That goes
You got
back
me
to the
fucked up,
parents.
dog. Yo, you got me fucked.
That
And the
goes
thing
back
is,
to
they
the
don't.
parents.
But they never put it on the parents. They
Right.
never put it on the parents. You never hear them once say these parents are terrible parents for abandoning their kids at some dog. Imagine leaving your kid with some random ass nigga.
But that goes
Granted,
back
he's
to
a
the dude.
superstar. He's a superstar though, Bunny. But
No. But no, I don't care if you're a superstar, you're this or you're that. Let's get something straight. Like the guy who sent the dick pic to the kid or whatever. Why is your kid? Why are you allowing your child to stay in communication with a grown man?
But what
Let's-
if?
let-
No. What if? What if? Let's think hypothetically. Look, I always try to look outside the box when it comes to stuff like this, right? I don't know if the Corey dude is a real weird nigga. I don't know if he's a perv. I don't know if he did shit purposely. But what if the dick pictures were actually meant for the mom, not
I
the
mean,
kid?
On
but
some real shit, I
that's
think
the
that's what
point.
it is.
I
On
mean,
some real
that's
shit,
the
I think that's what
point.
it is.
Why is it being sent? Was it the kid's phone or was it the mom's phone?
That's what I'm
Hey, if
That's
thinking.
you're a kid, that's not your phone. That's your mama's phone. You just
no.
use it.
They're giving her age. She was like what, 13 or something?
13.
13 years old and stuff are getting phones now.
I'm saying though, but I'm saying if you 13, that's not your phone. That's your mama's phone. She lets you use. You know what I'm saying? That's
And
not the same thing. And with his situation, I mean, things are unclear, and I'm not going to pass judgment on that because there's a million reasons why you could have a dick pic of somebody. Motherfuckers out here just shooting dick pics out just to do it. You know what I mean?
and that's one
Pussy
thing I don't
pics.
understand either. And in this day and age when everybody trying to finesse and you got a little bit of money, brother, dick pics should have been the last thing that this nigga was sending, no matter who he thought was the recipient. Second of all, I just can't believe that niggas is just this stupid, bruh. And you just
I
gonna
mean, but
blatantly send this to a 13-year-old, knowing that her mom more than likely has access to her shit. Come on, dog. Are we supposed to just think that these people are just fucking retarded as shit, dog? Like they really just don't have any concept of logic or being able to be in trouble? And wasn't the nigga married?
but that's what I'm saying though. The lifestyle that you live, it disconnects you from the rest of the world. And what I mean by that is, like, for instance, I brought up Michael Jackson, right? And you was right too. He got his childhood robbed from him. He was a superstar by the age of what, like 11 or 12?
ABC. Wait, hold on. I think that's
Yeah,
new
right.
edition.
Like,
I think
I
that's
mean,
new
as
edition.
as a
Though.
child, as a child, he was already just super famous already. His life will never be normal, so his lifestyle cannot be normal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So because of that, I mean, there's just certain things that is normal that is not normal to him.
Bro, that
There's
nigga
like all
did
these,
rich nigga shit though. I remember he
bro.
walked in the mall and shut that bitch down. I'm talking about they cleared the whole mall out for this nigga, bro. I said,
Of
you know
course.
what type of money you gotta have to do some shit like that?
I mean, but think about it. If you Michael Jackson, how are you gonna be able to shop normal like a normal ass motherfucker? Usher can't even do that, and Usher's not Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Like there's no way you could live a normal life or have normal tendencies because your lifestyle is so different from a normal quote unquote normal person.
But
It's
how
like,
much does it cost to shut down a mall, bruh?
As much money as he had, it doesn't
I
really
mean,
matter.
Yo, just how much does it cost? I can't even fathom some shit like that, bro.
bro,
He
how
stopped
much does
all the shopping, all the revenue being generated at that time. He stopped all of that and was like, yo, y'all gotta get the fuck out of
probably
here.
it probably costs less than his left glove.
And you gotta think
That's
about it
probably
like
true, because
this.
that shit had all
You
kind of
got,
rubies and diamonds and shit in this shit.
Exactly. You know what
I
I'm
mean, you
saying?
gotta think about it like this. The shop owners might have taken pictures with him and hung it in the shop. Michael Jackson visited our shop and this, that, and the other. Think about the publicity of that. You some small ass shop. Oh yeah, Michael Jackson was up in my shop. People gonna want flock to your shit talking about, oh yeah, Michael Jackson visited his shop. What's so important about it?
That nigga had a little small army with him too, dog. And them niggas
He
wasn't fucking
always
around
did.
with that nigga. They was not fucking around about that nigga. Get close, they gonna bash your shit in. Like but he's Michael Jackson though. Yo, I'm telling you, bro, I can only fathom. I don't think I would want that type of fame or those type of riches, bro. Like, don't get
Did
me
you see
wrong.
his mausoleum? I mean his burial
Nah.
place where he's buried at? It's blocked off. The public cannot visit it. But it's beautiful inside. I was watching something on YouTube where they visit a bunch of graves and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's really pretty, but it's shut off to the public. The public can't go in and visit his tomb.
Nah, cause the public do stupid shit like going fucking,
Exactly.
destroy your shit or kill the flowers or mark up the grave.
Now he's inside a mausoleum. That's what I'm saying. Even he's inside a mausoleum, but the mausoleum is cut off to the public, to where you can't go in and visit his wing at all.
Yo, when I die, just turn me to ashes, man. I tell my wife that shit all the time. If I go before you, just turn me to ashes, dog. Don't even waste no time trying to put me in the ground. Don't waste no time. As a matter of fact, I want you to wear me around on a chain, nigga. Like, I want to be with you forever.
Look, I told my wife that shit. She was like, "Boy, I'm gonna put your ass on the shelf in another house. You ain't gonna be in my house on me." He's like, "I'll be so damn. You gonna have me in this motherfucker. You might not like it,
I mean, that's
but
how my family did it though. My dad's we cremated him because he asked us to, and left his remains at a temple. And then they said after 7 years, which is coming up very soon, we're just gonna take him and just dump his ashes into the ocean. That's what he asked us to do, and I'm about that. I'm like, same, Dad. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying? When it's time for me to go, do the same for me.
hey, real
I'm
shit
getting
though.
well,
cremated, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know
look,
what. I might just tell them to throw them in the trash because I won't have any relatives to do anything with their
damn.
ashes. And
Well,
But my thing is, my shit is like prepaid for, dog. Cause
hmm
you can pay for your funeral in advance and shit like that.
mhm.
yeah.
Just pray to God that the funeral home don't go under while you before your
Hey,
ass
ain't that some
die.
Me and
bullshit?
my
Uh,
That'd
And
be some
sick is
bullshit, boy.
look sick. It's weird that you say that because people thought it was weird that like my grandmother had headstones, everything prepared. It was like, why do you have them prepared? So it's like when it's time to go, you ain't got to do nothing. You just got to put me in the ground.
Yeah. No, and that's how it should be, man. You know how much of a burden it is to have a family try to scrape up to bury somebody at any given moment. Like
Yep.
you
yeah.
always want to be prepared, man. You don't want to be a burden on your family when you go, dog. Cuz I mean, they got lives to live too. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I say, man, like cremation, I don't want to be on this earth, bruh. Like, I mean, I get it. Whether I'm cremated or not, it is what it is. What I'm saying is, I don't want to be buried in no ground, or I don't want to be in no fucking mausoleum on display and shit like that. I mean, even though they're not on display, they're like little fucking drawers that you can pull out and niggas' bodies is there. But that's how I want to be. That's how I want to be. I want to be cremated, and you know, you can dump me in the ocean. You know, you can dump me anywhere, or you can. I don't know if I even want to stay in the house with a motherfucker, dog. Like, yeah, just let me go.
No,
Look,
it's kind of crazy when you have them in the house because, like, my grandmother, we had her cremated, and we just don't know what to do with her ashes yet. And so we had it in the house, and my ex roommate was moving shit around. I was like, "Yo,
oh
dude, be
no.
careful with my grandma, right? Because she wasn't in the urn." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" So you shoving my grandma around? You should have saw the look on his face. I wish I had caught a picture. It was classic.
That's how that
Shit.
shit be for real though. Like niggas I mean, it's weird. Even though it's only flesh and ashes and shit like that, motherfuckers really don't. You know, they think that the spirit of that person is sitting in that urn. The spirit
Yeah,
is
my
gone,
No,
mom.
bro. The body, the ashes of the body is there, man. That's
yeah.
really for the family. You know what I'm saying? Who want to feel like they still got the person close to them. That soul is gone.
Yo,
But
I need
then,
to find out how to sell some tomb plots though.
I mean, if you
I
feel that way,
mean,
you should feel the same way about them chicken bones you got. That chicken's still there.
hey, right? Hey, that's a
shit.
Deep fried
that's
But
chicken.
a big fucking fact, dog. You know, I never
the,
thought
chi-
about that shit, dog.
that chicken, that cow, that damn pig, whatever you got up in them up. You like, hey, you got them bones in the trash. That damn pig in your house, bro.
Hey, that shit is so true, dog.
Yo, what you want to know what my wife said recently about? Yeah, she always joke about burying me. Like whenever I die, like, well, if you die, I got that damn life insurance paid up because she got like a hella goddamn plan on my head. I'm like, you trying to kill me some shit? Like, no, I just want to be
Hey,
said if you die.
this nigga
Like,
gonna go to sleep and wake up dead, nigga. Like,
bruh,
Jesus.
bruh, like I think she got like 250,000 on me. I was like, nigga, am I that goddamn valuable to you? Shit.
Nah, but she ain't gonna do nothing though, cause the first person they
Nah,
look at is the fucking spouse of
yeah,
the
they.
person.
Well, I know she ain't gonna do nothing, but I know why she did it. So like the girls be setting all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
but she was like, when I bury you, I'm gonna bury you with your PS5. I was like, really? She was like, no, I'm gonna print you out a picture of the PS5 and bury it with you. I was like, you know what? This is why I'm telling you now. Look, this is why I'm telling you now. If you bury me face down so everybody can kiss my ass on the way down. 'Cause I'm not doing it with y'all.
Uh, if I
Hey,
had a
this
wife, she
nigga
said that to
stupid.
me. I'm like, if you don't bury that PS5 with me, I'ma haunt your ass.
Oh no! Look. I told her straight up. I was like, if that damn PS5 ain't in that bitch for me, I'm coming back. And she was like, no, you haven't. Like, watch. You see that? You see
Wait,
how that
wait,
light?
okay,
In the
guys.
middle of the night, you be sleeping. All of a sudden, you hear,
Look.
"Ding."
Well, here's the thing. My wife is real skittish. I could be in the house with her, right? She doesn't like me sneaking up on her. Cause I literally did it the other day while she was in like one of her training classes, and she was about to wail off, and she was like, "All I seen was a shadow behind me, and I was about to swing." I was like, "Woman, it's just me and you in the house. Who else is gonna be in this damn fucking house?"
Larry the
She was like,
Ghost.
she was like, I don't like that shit. I was like, look, you the same person. We done been together damn near 10 years already. Stop that shit. If I'm in the house, it's just me. Ain't no ghosts, ain't no spirits, ain't no nothing. Just me. Yes,
That's
I'm
what
big
you
and
say.
black.
That's what you
Look, I was
say.
like, look, I was like, sick. Yes, I'm big and black, but I ain't that goddamn black now. Shit.
That's what you say. Trust me, she feel that way because of something that she done experienced, bruh. That's the reason why she all skittish and shit like that. You know, it's weird because my wife is totally different, bruh. My wife has seen her mom's ghost, and bruh, she just kind of she's super ultra relaxed about that shit. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, she was standing at the door looking in. I told her I was okay, and then she left. I was like, what?
No, I'm like, yeah, that's like me and my grandma. I know she'll just come in and start flicking the lights. I was like, yeah, that's you, because that damn light did not start doing that shit until you left.
Guys, what's the point in burying y'all with y'all PS5s if you don't have
Look,
TVs to go with it?
hey, bro, it's just the
Hey,
Let
fact
us
I don't
worry
want
about
no
that.
motherfucker to have
who
it.
Let me
who
worry about
knows?
that. Alright.
Who knows? You might be able to play PS5 in heaven, man. I'm just saying, and you
I
might
mean,
be
you're gonna need a
without.
TV. You might
But
need a
you,
TV
but
too.
you
Look,
gonna be
look,
without if you can always get a TV, but you will be without because where are you gonna find a PlayStation 5 in heaven? You can't even find one on Earth.
right. Yeah, we like, nah, you can't have none of my shit. I'm still selfish, even in death. Like, but you can't use it. I don't give a fuck. If I can't use it, nobody can use it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm about to wrap this shit up because I'm tired of shit, and I ain't gonna lie, I want to go to sleep.
I gotta get up for work in the morning.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this is a mutual disbanding. Of the
yeah.
okay, all right,
I
cool.
would say I gotta get up and for my damn self. So yeah, it's a mutual
Shit, it's
understanding.
11:57. Goddamn it, it's almost 12. And yo, I've been playing this game. Hey, Bunny, you gotta play
What's
this
up?
game called. Oh my god, it's called Something Mystery. But I've been playing this shit. It is a really fucking dope. Like I want to say point and click, but it's kind of like you gotta solve puzzles and shit. But it's
I'll look
like
at. See, you got your shit locked down, so I can't look on the. Is it on PS5? Cause
nah, it's on
I
it's on P. I
platinum.
think it's a PS4 game.
No, but I'm saying you've been playing. Yeah, I'll see if I can find it. Cause I played some point and click game. I like went through and got all the achievements for it and everything. I was proud of myself,
Yeah,
even
but
though it
this
was a
game
point
is
and click
like
game.
this game is actually like really dope, and I think you would really enjoy it because it's kind of like a mystery slash. I gotta solve this puzzle type point and
What's
click.
the theme?
This lady is some type of engineer or scientist or some shit, and then she gets visited by this firm, and they want her to join, and they want her to bring. God damn it! Hold on. Let me find the game. It's called Family Mysteries 3: Criminal Mindset.
Oh, yeah, I play that series. I have a bunch of them. Is it made by Artifacts Mundi?
Probably. See, you going
Yeah,
way too in depth.
I play a ton of. I have a shit ton of their games on the Switch. I got the Nightmares of the Deep on my PS4.
Yep, you're right. It's Artifacts Monday. Yep. Yep.
I might already have it. I love all their games. They have a noir crime game. They're like one of my favorite developers.
Yeah, I started playing it and I was just like, yo, this shit, they really go deep into like what the fuck they're doing. Like I had to break into a car. I had to fucking hot wire the car. I had to fucking pull out the goddamn TV screen. I had to do all type of shit just to get inside the building that they invited me to. Like they wouldn't just
Damn.
open the door. Like it's so weird, dog. But
Like me, like my mom, she doesn't really like playing those games, but she'll play it with me. We turn it like into a two-player.
yeah.
So like when I'm playing it, like I'll do like she'll help me with following the puzzles and this, that, and the other. She just doesn't like to control it herself.
Mhm.
And like when we do like you know how you have to find the items and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like her favorite part. Yeah, I have a shit ton of those games.
I gotta look into their other games and the other games that they have in the
There's
series because I started on 3.
Yeah, there's a one, two, three. Then there's also different themes. So like there's that theme, and then I got like I said, I played a noir crime one.
Yeah.
Nightmares of the Deep is Nightmares of the Deep 1, 2, and 3. There's fantasy ones based on like fairy tales and things. I think I did. If you go on my channel on Snow Bunny Gaming, I think I uploaded a demo because a lot of them have demos on the PlayStation.
Yeah, no, I don't need a demo. I've played one. I know how the rest of them gonna be. I'm sold
No,
already.
I had played the demo because I wasn't sure if it was like the others. Because one of them I don't really like because of the theme of whatever it is. But I played the demo. I was like, oh shit, I gotta get this game. But yeah,
You
they're awesome.
you know what else you
They're on
should
the
play? Black
what?
Sad.
Sorry.
I have that on my Switch.
Oh, you got Black
It
Sad.
looks like an issue with the router and echo
How did
device, so
how,
try
what did you think
restarting
of, did you beat it?
Unplug both of them.
No,
Unplug
I haven't
the
even
router
played
back
it yet. I
in.
found it
30
on
seconds.
clearance for
Once
like
the router is
14
back on and
bucks,
connected
brand
to the
new
internet,
collector's
plug in
edition.
the echo device.
Goddamn Alexa.
Damn.
I mean, okay.
So yeah,
So
so
it's
I
time for
got
me
Black
to get.
Sad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so I got
definitely
Black
should
Sad.
play that. That game is really good, and you think you know things, but you don't know a fucking thing. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Before you start playing, you're gonna make up all types of rationales for what's going on, and you're gonna be completely wrong all the way to the end. All the way to the end. Trust me, I was wrong all the way to the end. Anybody who plays is gonna be all the way to the end, dog. Like and they tell the story in
I
such a
heard it was a
fantastic way.
really good game.
It is.
But that was like a sleeper because it wasn't like that popular. But I heard it was a really, really good game from people. Like I play a lot of like games like that and a lot of point and click games and things. I play a lot of those.
Play Broken
So
Sword if you
yeah,
can find it.
Broken Sword on what PS4?
It might be on everything. I know usually they put their games on everything. I know a lot of their stuff was on the Wii U, and well, the Wii.
I just got 428 Shibuya Square. I gotta play that also.
428 Shibuya Square. Why in the hell do that sound familiar? I don't know why that sounds
It
familiar.
was a Wii game released only in Japan. It's like a visual novel, and then they imported it to the PlayStation 4.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. We getting the hell up out of here. I want to thank everybody for coming through and supporting. We definitely appreciate it. And we are not going to take 2 weeks to come back. That was not supposed to happen, but things got a little hectic and days started going by, and all of a sudden we missed everything. Something's supposed to be coming out tomorrow. What's supposed to be coming out on the 15th? Something is supposed to be happening on the 15th. Either something is supposed to be dropping. Something is supposed to be dropping on the 15th. I got to look into that. Anyway, we going to get up out of here. Y'all want to do any outros or anything like that?
Hell no, I'm cooking a pizza. Let's go and get out of here, shit.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Yeah, I'll take it easy.
And don't forget to
Good
play
night.
Arcade Again. That shit is fire, nigga.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to get back on that. Oh shit.